Alrighty. I gotta mute this one. Alright. Last time on Beast World, our devils rejoined together at the Rusty Nail Tavern in Dole. Before anyone can really get anything sorted, most of the party are immediately distracted by Aset's new pet companion, a strange black and white oryx that Aset claims she picked up the other night. After most of the perplexing glances are quelled, Charlotte and Vanya urge the others that they need to talk in private and head out to Vegas's wagon. Vanya tells the others of the events she witnessed the last night and believes that Captain Jason Felds is responsible for the attack on the two Brethren brothers. The party agree that they want to investigate it further before they leave. The crew head out together towards the Golden Mug Tavern while Charlotte and Ignatius return to Samson and inform him of what happened last night and that his boss may be involved. Samson doesn't think he could be capable and says that Ignatius's word could carry some weight. The rest of the group arrives and finds a table to sit at while Vanya goes to speak with one of the brethren involved in the attack last night, unaware that Captain Felds is currently interviewing the other about the attack. Derek informs Vanya that the captain was the one that lured them into the alleyway that night. While Vanya waits for an all-clear to leave, Aspen signals to Ignatius and Charlotte as they approach, witnessing Captain Felds leaving. Ignatius stops the captain and asks him for a chat, where Felds leads them towards the alley, where several other guards are scrounging around for clues. Felds sends them away, while Ignatius accuses him of the hate crime against the Brethren, which he adamantly denies. But Ignatius escalates the situation further by using his channel to divinity to force an answer from him, getting Felds to confess that he was in fact present for the attack, but did not harm either of the Brethren. After the spell wears off, he frustratingly tells Ignatius that he is compromising his mission. Felds claims that he was undercover to learn more of this group, where they came from, how they're being supplied, and their possible leadership. Felds knows that the perpetrator behind last night's attack is a masked individual called Razorgren, who previously owned the tavern the Brethren now run. Felds asks Vanya to assist him tonight, since she was able to follow them unnoticed the previous night, asking that her friends remain near, but out of sight. That night, the group heads out towards the farmlands surrounding Dole. While most of the crew wait nearby using the hail bays as cover, Vanya manages to sneak into the meeting and locates Felds amongst the group. Razorgren, who is currently giving his sermon to the Ferals gathered, ends up outing Felds' betrayal to the group. A wolf figure approaches Felds from behind and attempts to attack them. A fight breaks out, and the crew rushes inside to aid the captain. Many Ferals are subdued, while many others flee from the scene, including the mysterious wolf figure. Which brings us to where we are tonight. So, everyone has just ended combat at this point. And, Captain Felds, looks over to the unconscious Razorgren and several of the other Ferals who are now, practically just kind of like either cowering or getting on their knees at the moment to like try not to make themselves a threat. What are you all doing?
I thought Razorgrim was the one that got away.
No.
No, that was his lackey.
No.
My mistake.
Aset knocked Razorgren out.
Yeah.
Excellent work then. Yeah, that's my mistake then.
You attempted to stop the wolf figure, but they got away.
I thought they were an opossum.
Razorgren is a possum.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway,
You got both the characters backwards somehow, which is impressive.
That's
I
not
Don't worry
as well,
about it.
admittedly, so
It's
I
been a
wouldn't put
month.
it past myself. Anyway, that was quite a fight. So we're out of combat.
Yes.
Great.
I will say, at this point, you know what? I'll make Thalkio make a stealth check. Let's see if he can return to a ski unnoticed. Anybody that would want to, who doesn't already know about Thalkio, can make perception checks to see if you can spot this shadow moving.
I remain blissfully unaware.
Yep.
Nay.
Let's see. Aspen and Ignatius, you definitely see a weird shadowy figure moving across the backboards and
An
attempting to
old-wise
make their
fucking
way
thing.
over towards Aski right now.
Do we see? Do those of us that already know of Falkil know the?
That's just you and Aski.
Okay. So Vanya seeing this, it's gonna snap her eyes to Falkil.
Her black eyes.
Falkil. And then
Oh yeah.
in Fiendish. To me, not Aski.
Oh, interesting. Make a persuasion check. No. He immediately converges with Aski and disappears.
Would Ignatius be able to respond in a timely manner upon seeing that thing? Would he have any idea what that is?
You've fought a couple shadows at this point. You have an idea that something weird is happening. You also know that your rogue friend in the group is very strange looking and sounding very off. So there's a couple of things going on at the moment.
Yeah, at this point, a ski will kind of be muttering to Thalkil as he returns. Well, my shadow, it seems you've attracted a bit more attention than you planned.
Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Oh, I'm
alright.
not.
Aspen probably raised the axe, like ready for a fight when they saw another shadow, but then just very confused.
Huh.
Huh.
Would
Vanya- Sorry, go ahead.
What happened?
A fight.
a fight? Yeah, a
No,
fight
with
happened.
the sheep and the shadow.
Stating,
Huh?
There was shadow creature, and it moved and merged with the sheep.
Alright, Felds did not see what happened. Felds would at least notice that Vanya looks weird and
Yeah, it's hard not to.
is not getting closer to you.
Yeah,
is,
I think Ignatius would make a move at this point.
What
And
is wrong with
definitely.
your Marine friend here?
Her weapons are sheathed, by the way. She's not holding any weapon, and she's looking
Nice.
down at the dead feral.
Yeah,
I want a
Felds has not
perception check.
Felds has not stowed his rapier at this point.
Yeah.
I think both Vanya and Aski have questions to answer.
Yeah, Ignatius would definitely start making moves on Vanya.
Charlotte is going to head up to Vanya, but be looking towards Ignatius. Wait, do you know what this is?
He would definitely point to the direction the shadow went towards Askay and say, Shadow, Vanya, what the hell is going on?
Wait, which shadow?
what are you on about? I mean, I see the obvious right here with Vanya, but
Oh, Shadow Vanya. Gotcha.
It wasn't her shadow, it was a shadow. This is a difference that matters.
are you sure it wasn't just a trick of the light?
I'm sure.
I started to.
My soul is shadow magic. If you haven't noticed it doing some curious things on its own so far, then I think that's you not paying attention.
Charlotte is going to turn 180 degrees and step up to ASCII, stern. Did you do something to Vanya?
She didn't do anything to me.
Don't. And Charlotte's gonna look over her shoulder to Ignatius. Don't listen. It's taken her voice.
She's right.
Oh boy.
She's entirely still there, you know. We've been helping each other this whole time. She needed knowledge, I needed knowledge, and... well, it looks like she found what she was looking for.
You exposed her to something very dangerous.
I've been looking for this since before I met ASCII. Just so this is clear.
It's the reason why we began our partnership. We were both interested in things that get this reaction out of the rest of you folks.
Get it out of her.
My motivation is
don't-
not the same as yours, ASCII.
And I suppose it'll be a bit more complicated than her just hacking up what she took in there to obtain these abilities of hers.
Vanya's kneeling down at this point and taking the mask off of the feral that died.
All right.
What are they?
You see, ironically, a Vulpin figure, and you don't immediately recognize them. Actually, no, you would. They're one of the barmaids that you encountered at the tavern. That took one of the brethren's places when you went to go have your private conversation. Also,
Yeah.
the same Vulpin that helped take your orders when the rest of the party was seated. So the other people would somewhat recognize this person. This also happened to possibly be the individual that overheard Feld's confession and
Yeah.
may have outed them.
Oh, would you fancy that?
Vanya's gonna keep hold of the mask.
Runs deep.
Aspen,
Duh.
could you keep close to ASCII?
Duh.
Charlotte, I don't think
Well,
that's
at
gonna
least
do
you have
much.
your priorities straight. Vanya over there, she's the one who's always been talking about her little ideals of justice and retribution, infiltrating the fell ranks and throwing them off her scent with this new little ability of hers. So, at least you know the larger threat in the room.
Charlotte isn't even paying attention to ASCII and is going to Ignatius. Do you know anything about exorcism?
Charlotte, there's nothing to exercise.
Don't listen to her.
Ignatius will step forward and sort of gesture for everyone to step aside as he wants to get a sort of one-on-one conversation in the moment.
We've been working together for months to accomplish this. She would not have followed me this far out of Arneria if she wasn't absolutely certain of wanting to take this path with her adventuring dreams.
This path, that power, these choices, speak in solid terms. This ephemeral muttering means nothing to me. I want to know what this is.
Vanya's looking directly up at Ignatius. Her eyes don't have any detail. It's like you're looking into pockets of shadow rather than like if there's no eye there and it's just pure blackness. There's sort of a stream of this dark fluid coming out from the eyes. This is something that I found out about, written in very few books. And it's very much taboo, as your reactions are all proving. I summoned, killed, and ate the heart of an imp.
Whoa.
I'm doing this to fight and kill as many of these things, and she kind of gestures to herself at this point. Stop you laughing. And looks to Charlotte. I want to make these things feel the fear that they make us feel. By getting into their ranks and killing them.
An admirable goal, if you ask me. Let the hunters feel what it's like to be hunted for once.
I don't have your or Ignatius's faith. I don't have the strength that Aspen and Vegas have. And I'm not as good a shot as Set. And Aski, well, you've seen her magic. I needed a way to be able to compete against the things out there. And while yes, this is not the most savory, I think I'm doing the right thing.
Ignatius will be kind of rubbing his brow at this point before focusing on Askay. So she's clearly a little lost in herself at the moment. What have you done for her in this regard?
Simply helped her find the sources of the information that allowed her to perform the ritual she described. If you're asking if I have any sway over her, it's not any more than the rest of you.
I think Ignatius would take that at face value.
So what's in it for you?
Like I said, we get to inflict the fear of death onto those that have never felt it before in this plane.
Vegas just gives you a thumbs up and turns his attention back to the main center of the group.
If
And yet I
may.
saw a shadow coming to you from off the room. Would you elaborate on that, please?
I'm sure you've noticed that the shadows are themselves the base of my magic. They are entwined with my soul. And my shadow and I have the sort of relationship where it is possible for us to act independently in bursts.
Would this ping on Ignatius's radar as something slightly sketchy or outright fucky bad?
Make me either an insight or a nature check. $16. So this is new to you, at least. You've not really heard of magic like this before. Not magic where someone is able to essentially duplicate a part of themselves and have that part act independently. But at the same time, that it doesn't feel like that's everything that's happening here. The way this figure moved when it rejoined, it was very determined. And you've encountered several shadows across the 2 dungeons that you've been in now. You know what these creatures are. These are fiends.
Yeah, Ignatius won't buy that. He'll shake his head no such thing. That is clearly you're consorting with something.
Really good.
What do you suggest?
Aspen was fairly near to ASCII earlier when ASCII muttered its name. Would Aspen have heard?
Vanya just called it
At
out.
what
Well, no,
point?
if that was earlier in this session, she referred to it with my shadow rather than by name.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she also called his name in Fiendish, and nobody here speaks
Yeah.
Abyssal, essentially.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
At this point, she's gonna look to. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Was it on Escape at that point, or was it back to Ignatius?
I don't think Viola responded yet.
Oh, I had said something along the lines of, and what do you suggest then?
Yes.
I'm suggesting you're consorting with powers beyond what you can conceive of. A fiendish shadow, a shade, whatever terrible creature that skulks in the dark.
Oh, it's entirely conceivable. It's accompanied me my entire life. And just because my shadow has a bit more power imbued into it, it doesn't mean that it's far less trustworthy than any of yours.
Ski, are you a necromancer?
Oh, perish the thought. I am alive, and I am kept alive by the magic imbued into my soul. I would not have been able to be born without it. It is a part of me, much like the shadow and its magic is a part of me.
Then what will become of Vanya's body with this?
Oh, this is an entirely different variety of magic. No connection to necromancy or the sort. All involving entirely living beings.
Is that kosher in the Big Book of Dramphine?
It's fiend shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's pushing a very fine line at the moment. The plea that Vanya has been pushing is that they're planning to essentially use the fiend's powers against them. Use that to fight fiends. It's definitely a line pretty far. Whether or not Dramphine is okay with it is unclear. Ski, on the other hand, is a little harder to read because based off the information that she's given, the shadow magic that this supposed fiend is providing them is what's keeping them alive.
Was this a bargain, a deal, a trade, an exchange, a pact of sorts that you entered willingly with this creature? Were you bestowed upon it at birth?
If there was any pact undergone, it happened before I was born. I have simply been living with it.
Viola, you
Mhm.
hear Thalkiel's voice creeping up to you. what should we do? Do I need to make distance?
I think it's entirely possible for you to lay low for the moment. Allow the attention to remain on Vanya over there, as best we can, at least.
There's a
This is in
mild,
her head, right?
yeah, this is all in their head, so nobody's hearing this. But there's a mild chuckling coming back your way.
Does this shadow have a name? Is it a separate entity, or is it still just you?
It is my shadow, and it is my dear partner through all of these years. But that is all they have ever been presented as.
There was clearly something very foul going on there, but such judgment cannot be passed readily and easily. All I know for now is Vanya. For lack of a better word, how do you turn it off?
She looks awkwardly at her own feet for a moment.
I haven't worked that bit out yet. It doesn't last all the time. The first time I did it, it turned off by itself. But it's
First time?
always part of me. The night I came to you to, I told you I had something else to tell you.
It was this.
She looks directly at you, and it unclear if she's making eye contact, but she's looking face to face.
I wanted to show you first, because I know you would have reacted like this.
I'm just afraid you're dealing with something that you wouldn't
That I
be able
don't know how
control.
to control.
Or could eat you alive from the inside. I've seen it before.
This isn't possession.
This is taking what's ours.
She offers a smile, but it's a little unsettling this time. It's not her usual teeth. They're jagged and almost shark-like.
I look over to ASCII. I trust you with her life and soul that she can still be herself.
Certainly, she wouldn't quite be able to perform infiltrating without being able to
what is
take her
happening? My
disguise
audio's
on
messed
and
up.
off as needed.
If I may,
Mm.
I realize what ASCII and Vanya have going on is unconventional, to say the least. But, especially in light of the events of earlier today, I believe it would serve us well not to immediately jump to conclusions from here on out.
It's pretty cool.
Not to risk sounding naive, but only conclusion I have is both Sheep and Mouse would have had many opportunities to do us harm by now if that was their intention or design. If there was evil that was a risk to us, I think we would have found out already.
Oh, certainly. Down in that leg of the dungeons, surrounded by shadows, it would have been the perfect crime.
Yeah,
And
there's
yet,
plenty of
I've been on
opportunities
your
to get away with it
side this
completely
entire
scot-free.
time.
I could not catch the overlap. Also, I probably missed a little bit. My headset died, so the audio glitched out. It recorded fine through OBS, but I couldn't hear anything.
What was the last bit you heard, Dora?
Yeah, where'd we cut out? Go get it, boys.
Gosh. Like, I missed probably from, like, a minute back. So, I think Charlotte was mentioning something about the thing with, Vanya's soul being, like, Aski's responsibility and such.
Yeah, and Aski promised they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think after that, it cut out for me, so...
Okay.
Is that mentioned about,
Just, he said, mentioning not jumping to conclusions. that would be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And Aspen kind of came out and said, well, I have jumped to a conclusion, but the conclusion is that, they haven't stabbed us in the back yet, so...
Right.
Yeah, and then Aski agreed, like, yeah, no, down in that dungeon, I had the perfect opportunity if I really wanted to do that, and yet I stayed on your side the entire time. It's almost like I want to work with you.
And he said in turn, pointing out that yes, there have been plenty of opportunities to get away with it completely scot-free.
And Vegas said, cool.
Ignatius won't look entirely convinced at this point, but he also hasn't been hovering his hand near his mace at all, so that's probably a good sign.
Vanya's gonna look up to Ignatius and kind of try to get his attention if he's not already looking down at her.
He will acknowledge her little nod of the head.
If
If
it
you
makes
are-
everybody here feel better, then Ignatius, if I act out of sorts, or anything you believe is out of sorts, then strike me down. Kill me.
No!
If it comes to that. But I promise all of you, that I am me. This is me. The power is now mine. I took it. I didn't ask for it. I'm not borrowing it. I stole it. This is mine.
So is weapon, just unconventional one.
Exactly.
Such dealings with fiends and other uncouth creatures is dangerous, but your willingness to trust me with such a task does lend itself some credence.
And if you are so concerned about the nature of my own magic, then you are more than welcome to join in looking into how such the arrangement may have come to be originally. It's what Vanya was originally helping me with in terms of my research.
You two are treading a very dangerous path.
I want to
Let
know.
that be known.
I wouldn't be breathing without it.
If you could show me or at least tell me about it. I want to at least know.
Show you what?
If Ski could further explain this. I just want some understanding.
Like what? The precise details of the circle that we had to produce to make the ritual go?
Anything.
Well, that kind of information would be better shared back at the wagon, I dare say.
Not surrounded by these.
She looks over to the group of ferals and Felds.
Captain Felds, who has been sitting here just listening to all of this happening. He's already taken his mask off at this point.
She's looking directly at Felds while she says the next part.
I hope you're grateful for the help, at the very least.
Still second guessing myself, but alive to second guessing myself.
What do we do with these? Did they attack the guard? They are complicit in other crimes. If you are just going to send them to a headman's axe, I could save time.
No. That's no. Unfortunately, they are not guilty of a crime worthy of execution. But I need them for interrogation, so as far as you're concerned, they are under my jurisdiction now.
As
Well,
he
Aspen
mentioned,
said that.
go ahead.
They weren't like looking at the closest of the ferals, just really just trying to make them shit themselves. But yeah.
As he was saying that about them not doing a crime worthy of execution, Vanya kind of glances over her shoulder at the one she killed.
Is there anything I can do for this one's family?
No. I will handle any of the following that is required for this ordeal. It is unfortunate that one died, but that is a small number. I'm surprised that you all held more restraint.
I've seen better go worse, and Felds, I believe I owe it to you an apology.
Grateful words for my ears.
I've been blinded by too many ignorant, evil men that when I finally see one so exemplary such as yourself, I deem it impossible. I'm sorry for jumping to conclusions.
You had the right idea, but unfortunately you were stepping on toes.
Such devious methods are usually beyond me. I tend to leave such things to others. So my brutish methods have clashed with yours, certainly.
I wasn't particularly happy to fulfill this role, but I also knew that no one else I could assign to it. They wanted, and he looks over to Charlotte. They wanted your husband to take that position, and I knew he would not be able to hold his own in this situation.
Truly, such foul things must be done in the pursuit of justice.
Then this isn't over, though. Some of them got away.
Some of them got away, but I will hopefully have enough information to figure out where they're coming from, or where they're going, and who's been supplying them.
Louvain.
They did. So, there's potential lead there.
Are you sure there's nothing I can do for this one?
It is no longer your concern.
She's not taking her eyes off of the body.
Well, it seems like you all have a whole thing to unravel yourselves. I will take the rest from here. I will have guards come out and scour this place for any potential leftover breadcrumbs I may have missed. I will be getting the rest of these civilians back to the stockades.
Okay, good night.
Just this one that died did have like a blade drawn in a fight, right?
Club, but yes.
Well, a weapon, yeah.
They all had weapons, but they were very ramshackle. They were not efficient weapons, which is why they also weren't doing a lot of damage. It was interesting seeing how long it took for you guys to realize that you were fighting commoners.
Aspen's gonna put a hand on Vanya's shoulder. That's not your fault, you know. This is on them, not you. They raise weapon in fight. What happens is what happens.
And yet none of you killed anyone.
Because when we were here as a group, you were alone. and in much more precarious situation.
So I take it everyone is vacating the barn.
Seems so.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone will leave
Alright.
Felds. I guess we can sort of hand wave it as not leaving Felds with a bunch of fucking prisoners and
No,
letting
at,
other
the, at,
guardsmen
at this
arrive.
point, while you guys were talking, he was busy restraining the other individuals, the ones that were conscious, and some of the ones that were unconscious. He's essentially tasking the ones that are conscious to help carry the unconscious ones so that they can stay together. And he is going to herd them like sheep. Back to Dole.
Yeah.
And yet not a ski.
Right.
Remain untamed.
How long does it take for us to get back?
Not very long. You didn't go very far outside of Dole. It is late. I will say, how long does your form last?
An hour. I'm gonna try and slink into the wagon without being seen.
Slink into Vegas's wagon, or
The
think
one
it's-
that her, Ignatius, Usky, and Aspen are staying
the
in.
Rocksteady? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember. I don't think you guys named that wagon yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Well, the curfew is still in effect at this point, so there's no one else around to see you except maybe some other guards. So
I'm above the law.
make a stealth check, I guess. This is just for Vanya. No, unless there's no
Oh.
reason for anyone else to be
Ah.
stealthing. Because the guard,
Misunderstood.
the guards were given aware that your group was allowed to move around this night. This is just stealth to see if anyone recognized the weird demonic form that Vanya currently is hiding.
She's trying to not be seen.
Yeah, so you managed to hide amongst the tulls in your group. And you slip away into the Rocksteady.
And when she gets in, she's gonna get into the bunk and just kind of lay there.
What are the rest of you doing? You still have what is left, little left of this night.
Charlotte's going home.
Ignatius will make himself some tea and tend to his armor and weapons and probably finish the night with a prayer before going to sleep.
Alright.
He's gonna just have a drink and draw.
Fair.
Aspen's probably going to spend a little bit of time sharpening the axe and maybe have a bit of a drink or something and then get to sleep. I imagine same wagon as Vanya, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So probably going to see that form wear off.
Yes, you will over time see that form wear off in the matter of just a couple seconds.
What, Jade, do you want to explain what that looks like?
Yeah.
Oh, the light kind of comes back into her eyes. You see them kind of come back to normal. The horns kind of disappear into a smoke. Her tail rejoins into just a single tail. Her fingernails retract and her teeth return to normal.
Watching. As soon as that starts to happen, Aspen's just gonna stop sharpening the axe mid-stroke and just kind of as much as you can see under the fringe, just kind of stare, and then eventually just be, welcome back, Mouse.
As you can
Going
see,
nowhere.
it's a power of hers that is increasing her. It is something that she can only maintain for a certain amount rather than something that is stamping itself onto her for who knows how long.
Respectfully, any of that is beyond me. And you didn't go anywhere, but welcome back, Mouse, not the Demon Mouse. Yes, welcome back to normal.
She's been laying in bed while two large men sharpen and tend to their weapons.
Well, you say, man.
Phrasing.
Yeah, fair enough.
One large man and one large something.
Yeah, Uncle Fester rules. No idea what's going on there.
That's fair.
Bear. Just bear.
Bear.
Alright. Charlotte.
It's gonna be a sec. Go to someone else.
I was about to say, everyone else is all set.
Yeah, no, Ski is clearly confident in the fact that she has created enough terror for one night, so she's just going to relax and get some sleep.
Iset's just drawing the whole confrontation with Eski and Vanya, like, almost as if it were like a courtroom sketch.
I will
Hey.
have Aspen just kind of like point at Aski, maybe even using like the axe, but it's like, no video shadow shenanigans while I'm sleeping.
No promises. It's been known to act bizarrely even without my input.
Well, I need a good night's sleep, so. No.
Have you not slept well before?
Duh, just continued running. Or the request.
Can't bear all your wants tonight.
Consider it done. We need you alert.
Now I'm ready if you need me.
Alright.
I'm not feeling it tonight.
It's what, your third natural one?
I think so.
No.
I've seen that like sword. No, it's only 2. I'm making it up, but that is 2 in a row, basically.
Rough.
No, that's Gao. Anyways,
Bark.
Charlotte.
Yep.
You return home. Samson is already there. Out of armor. Not as long shift as before. He looks like he has just finished eating and is cleaning up after himself when you step inside. Oh, I thought you had left.
No. I'm still here. I'll let you know when I do leave.
I thought you were going to be back, not so late tonight.
Sorry, just had some things to handle. But I might be leaving soon if there's nothing else soon.
Well, let's at least enjoy each other's company while you're here. Are you hungry? I made dinner.
Oh, you did? Oh, what are we having?
Noodles. He looks like he has just put together whatever he could find. He does not eat luxuriously.
Charlotte's just smiling. She is touched, and she will have his food. Thing though.
Yeah?
Charlotte's going to stay up late and wait for Samson to fall asleep.
I will say that does not take super long. Man's
All
tired.
right. Waiting until he's completely asleep.
Snoring.
She's going to go to probably one of two tables they have, and she's going to get out her cards.
All right.
Now, question. These components require specifically 25 gold pieces worth of sticks, bones, or similar tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's going to be casting augury.
All right. Do you have the gold amount?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would just are they consumed on use? I don't remember. It will say in the spell material component.
Let's see. The spell component. It just says VSM, sticks, bones, tokens, 25, ritual. It doesn't say if it's consumed.
I mean, you're not like eating the bones.
Well, no, sometimes the spell will
Crunchy.
say something of gold value which the spell consumes. If it doesn't say
Okay,
that, then
exactly.
you're fine.
Okay,
You're not burning incense sticks or anything, right?
No.
You've basically spent gold on like a collection of gems and stuff that you're using for the spell every time.
Gotcha. All right.
Go ahead.
Getting out her cards. Specifically her mother's cards. She's going to close her eyes. Should I go to a ski to learn the art and works of the fiends? This is a very tough question for her. And yep, Augury's gonna be cast. First time, baby.
Let's see. Which of these tracks should I choose?
Uh-oh. I'm gonna say as a heads up, Augury's gonna be a popular spell.
Oh yeah, no, it's perfect. I can do stuff.
It's a ritual spell I have.
Make sure it's not too intense. You ask the Arcana this question, and you pull over a card. The Reverse Hangman. You get a very terrible feeling from this, that going anywhere possibly in this direction can lead to nothing but death.
Charlotte's heart is going very fast. She is reached for the cards shaking. And she's trying to take a deep breath before putting them away. And she just stands by the window. I won't do the same thing. And she tries to go back to sleep.
All right. All right. I will say that you all gain the benefits of a long rest as you drift off into the night. No shenanigans beyond some foul auguries disturb your sleep.
took me way too long to find that button.
Right. Oh, probably not that one. Alright. You all awakened up feeling a bit more rejuvenated than the previous night. Charlotte, you still feel a little shaken after the reading that you received from your augury. But you were greeted in the morning by Samson, who has awoken first and has made breakfast. And by made, I mean he set out muffins.
Aww.
He's trying his
Aw.
best. Man does not cook very well.
It's the
I mean-
Papa
Let
Count.
this man cook.
He probably cooks and bakes to just eat something.
Yeah, basically.
She's gonna gladly take them. And so I might leave today if there's no other business. I'll be sure to come back to say goodbye if I do.
Okay. Could you maybe, I guess, send a letter whenever you reach your next destination?
Oh, I will. And you be sure to send me any letters if something's up. What you did was a very good thing.
Well, I didn't know that letter was going to get to you, but I guess I'm kind of glad it did.
But I'll let you know when I'm done with this group. I don't know how long it's going to take. But I'm retiring from delving once it's done.
Alright. Alright. That works for me. Just be safe, please.
Oh, you be safe. That Fels is a lot of work.
Yes, but I'm not the one diving into dungeons and danger and monsters.
Well, I've gotten so good so far. But I promise I'll be safe. Finishing food and a hug and a kiss goodbye, but not for the last time. She's gonna head out to the two wagons.
No.
Samson will finish breakfast before getting his armor on and starting his shift for the day. The rest of you, where do you go for breakfast? You going to the Rusty Nail that you've still been parked out of?
Breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanya's going to the Brevin place.
You're going over to the Golden Mug?
If they're open.
Alright.
And the
Aspen's gonna
ski will
follow Vanya.
probably, yeah, ski will probably accompany just so that she's not entirely on her lonesome.
Alrighty. So I've got Ski, Vanya, and Aspen heading over to the Mug. Anyone else joining them? Or are the rest of you going to stay at the Rusty Nail?
Sure, I'll join him.
Alright.
I'll go.
Vegas being peer pressure. There's a pause
He's
there.
already sat down.
Okay, hang on. So is it just Ignatius and Aspen then?
No, Aspen's going, so it's just you at this point.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. I didn't know that Ignatius hadn't said anything yet. If Ignatius stays, Vegas will stay.
Ignatius will have a lovely breakfast with Vegas then.
Excellent.
Yay.
Breakfast date.
All right.
So let it be. Anyway,
Ignatius and Vegas having the complimentary breakfast at the
yeah,
hotel.
the Continental.
The Continental. Anyways. Yeah. The four of you head over to the Golden Mug. Which doesn't seem to be as busy as it was the other day. You're able to get inside and find seats. And you see the two brothers working behind the counter at the moment, looking a little bit better after yesterday. You definitely much more likely notice the fact that they're down a waiter compared to the previous day. But luckily, it not being as busy, they're able to get you breakfast served in a pretty timely manner. Charlotte, where are you heading?
I think she would be heading over. It's the Golden Cup, correct?
The Golden Mug, but yes.
Golden Mug. She's heading over there.
All right.
Oh, Golden Mug. I thought you meant Platinum Cup. My bad.
Yes,
Silver
you had over.
chalice.
You. All right. Well, I'm just gonna write these down. These are future taverns.
The Brass Flute.
Quiet Slope.
Bronze Bowl.
And Das Boot.
Ah, lit.
The wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon.
La Chancla.
The pewter coupe.
Yeah, so you head over to the Golden Mug, and it's kind of hard to not spot your friends through the open bay windows, especially Aspen.
Going to come in and just sit down by the group. Is there anything else we need to be doing here? Are we leaving soon?
I'd imagine we were. I'm just getting some breakfast before you hit the road.
Okay, I was hoping Felds didn't have like another situation that he needs handled. It's nice
If
to
you
be
feel like going to pester him again to get a bit more knowledge about this group and the city we're traveling to, you're more than welcome to. But I don't think there are any obligations holding us here.
It wouldn't hurt. We have to go for. We're going to help Vegas with the show thing, right?
That's what he said. Yeah.
You guys are
Where
gonna
is
watch. What are you
expected.
talking about? From a distance.
Right.
Where is he?
Him and Ignatius stayed at the tavern we came to.
The Rusty Nail, yes.
Oh.
Must be cheaper on their purses.
Or perhaps it just felt like having a date for some reason.
Some sort of spider sense just went off for Ignatius's honor being insulted.
Vegas is like, you gonna eat that?
Gosh.
Well, as much as I did like helping everyone here, I can't wait to get out of here.
Oh, that makes two of us.
Agreed.
Duh.
Oh, good. You're yourself, Vanya.
I was myself before.
Well, without the thing.
I've not had
Like
enough
I
coffee
said,
for this. Just like
It's not a
please.
particularly good disguise if it becomes your new face permanently.
I think it has less of an impact on her than mornings do.
That's probably accurate. She says, holding a cup of coffee, very, very lovingly.
Both hands, just like, I need this.
Yeah.
Is it a curse? Is it a hangover? Who knows?
Accessories.
Don't talk to me till I've had my... Heyo.
No, it's a caffeine addict.
Don't talk to me until I've eaten this entire mug.
Just
Yes.
don't fucking talk to me.
Do not come near me!
Why would you say something?
Do not perceive me.
She is gonna look to Charlotte. I didn't mean to cause anything by it, just so you know.
I understand. I've seen it happen once before, and it was a much more horrible end.
Anyway, let's finish up and get to the other two.
Yes, I wonder what trouble those two have gotten themselves into in the meantime.
Oh, I'm sure they're fine.
Vegas,
Fucking
Ignatius.
Yeah, you
How-
guys come back and they're just like beating the shit out of each other.
How does your breakfast go?
Boys will be boys.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think Ignatius is going to be a little caught off guard by Vegas staying with him.
Vegas was the first one to sit down.
That is also true.
Yeah.
So why did you stay with me, huh?
I felt like Vanya and Aske needed some space from the paladin in the room for the moment.
Also input. Vegas, your manager's here too, eating breakfast with her.
Yeah, that's lit. She's fun company. Don't worry about it.
Fun company?
Yeah, good company. We're eating. What do you want?
I feel like this is going to be the first time in a while Ignatius is actively, like, put off for a moment. May I join you in breakfast?
Uh-huh.
Dion over here is just like ripping into breakfast. I mean,
Fuck
you can have the seat. I don't think anyone's sitting there.
This is going to be the most awkwardly attempt at being polite by Ignatius. He's going to, like, sit down, order tea properly, and make polite little small conversation, all the while his spine is completely straight.
Yeah, geez,
You need to Riker maneuver that chair.
The Terminator sat at breakfast
Yeah.
is what I'm picturing right now.
You ought to loosen up a little bit. There's people that fix that, you know.
Fucking Lee Edward Scissorhands the shit.
I do appreciate your concern, but this is my normal posture, I assure you.
Sure. And Vegas like mimics your posture mockingly. Tries to eat the rest of breakfast like that.
Your back hurts. You don't know how
My
he's
back
doing
does
that.
hurt. Yeah, no. I mean, my back always hurts.
Fine, built different.
Incorrectly.
Incorrectly. I'll have you know that's from years of stress. Thank you very much.
We
Yeah,
earn it.
I worked real hard to earn that spine damage.
Ignatius's shoulders have never been relaxed. They've always been up.
That's why
Firmly
See that
stuck in a
depression?
T shape.
You gotta
That's why
earn that.
he's got like cheese wheels for shoulders. Always tense.
Like a fucking Lego man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ignatius would have a little polite breakfast and some tea and attempt to maneuver this conversation around Vegas's beguiling wit.
Impossible.
Dion kind of looks over towards Ignatius. You look like you'd be a lot of fun in the Storied Histories League.
He would be. He even assisted me in like a weird grapple last night.
Oh, how did that go?
Oh, I grappled a guy and then he bit the shit out of him.
Ah, tag team. Nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's a method I've learned over the years.
I think everybody starts out with that method. Biting.
Training never really covered that sort of thing. Had to learn that myself.
They don't teach you that in basic.
Okay, we're going to fucking using your teeth 101. Humans, you can sit out.
They can try.
They can do their best. It's not much, but you know. But Ignatius will definitely try to reciprocate any sort of mention of stories while being as evasive as possible.
Nice.
I do mean it when I say meaninglessly polite.
Oh yeah, no, Vegas is mostly quiet because eating.
Dion almost kind of like, in a way, mirrors Vegas. It's weird. They're just like
We both
shoving.
live that lifestyle.
Yeah, just shoving food in their mouth.
Eating is a chore. I have to train soon.
Eating is speedrun.
Truly.
It's the first speedrun of the day.
Oh god, would Vegas be interested in some of those like liquid meal replacers?
Oh, like Soylent?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think there's like enough protein in that.
No, it has to be a challenge.
Yeah, it also has to be a challenge. That's too easy, too cowardly.
No, you get a protein shake, put rocks in it.
Yeah. No, that'd work. Do we have protein shakes in this setting?
I'd have to look. There's a lot in this setting.
We have boba. We
You
probably
got
have protein
eggs.
shakes.
I pick
Have
up a cow.
eggs.
Yeah, I need to know if Vegas canonically drinks protein shakes or like meal
Okay.
replacers.
I pick up a cow and I shake it. That is a protein shake.
Oh my god.
That's how you get
Good.
punched with hooves.
It's like in Rocky, just like crack a couple eggs into
Yeah.
a cup and drink that.
I mean, Vegas ate dungeon food on first sight. I wouldn't put it past him.
You also like had somebody pour hot coffee straight into you.
You
And
know, I made a
took it.
joke about needing to roll a con save after eating Samson's muffins, but I think Vegas might need a con save every time he goddamn eats.
I haven't made one yet.
You did when we were back at the other tavern.
No. I mean today.
Yeah, but
Yet.
you also haven't described you recklessly eating anything, so I haven't deemed it necessary.
Just I don't know. Like, what is breakfast? Is it just like a basic continental style, or like eggs,
It's
toast?
not
sausage?
super fancy. This is kind of a you're on the lower end of the district, so the tavern is adequate.
Grog? Are we eating grog?
I mean, there's some watered down ale being served if you'll ask for it.
Well, I mean, grog isn't like just mixing your beer with anything because it tastes so bad.
Probably not that.
Okay, regardless, if it's just like oatmeal or whatever, Vegas is shoveling it down as quickly as possible. Like, picking up the bowl like he's drinking soup or whatever and tilting it while like spooning it forward.
Okay.
And, like, eats a banana without peeling it, just bites right into it.
You're
Eats it
trying
like a
real
grid.
hard. I'm gonna say that you're fine for now.
Yeah, I eat that shit Sea of Thieves style.
I mean, skin and all.
And crunchy.
Even makes the hard crunch noise.
If I had a banana, I'd do the foley for it.
Brunch.
All right. Yeah. After a bit, the rest of the party shows up. After having breakfast.
Before she left that tavern, underneath
Mhm.
the plates that we used, she's leaving 10 gold behind.
Okay. All right. Nobody immediately notices it, so you will assume that once they come to clean up the table, that they will collect the very generous tip.
Yeah.
Imagine getting tipped your rent money.
Right.
And more, let's be honest.
That's a lot
I
of
would
gold.
die.
That's a lot of money for people
Yeah.
that
That's a
aren't
lot.
delvers. Mm-hmm.
Delvers, they show up in your town and they ruin the fucking economy.
Delvers,
Accurate.
I hardly knowers. Thank you.
Be here all day.
Speaking
Tip your
of,
waiters.
you still have the loot from the dungeon that you
Oh, yeah.
all have not sorted out too much.
I know I took the Cape of Billowing, I'm pretty sure, but I'm gonna sell it.
There's still a potion of poison, which makes it look like a healing potion. There's the Gem of Brightness, the Potion of Radiant Resistance, the Unbreakable Arrow, the Emerald, the Sapphire, and the Blue Spinel. There's the Sending Stones, which I know Vanya had, and I don't remember. I think Vegas has the other one.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Pole of Angling, Pipe of Smoke Monsters, the Mystery Key, and the Drift Globe.
So the pole of angling is just a good fishing rod, right?
The 10-foot pole that can turn into a fishing rod with a full hook, line, and reel.
I enjoy this concept for reasons that are not related to my previous character, and I will keep that if nobody else will.
Go for it.
Okay, it's mine.
Alright, let's put it in your inventory.
Dang, no
Thank
fishing
you.
for the bay.
No, fishing for the fishing main.
You got these hands. You don't need no rod.
That's true. I'm just gonna stand in the middle of the river and wait.
Just catch them with your mouth like a real bear.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, how much money can I sell the Cape of Billowing for, or where do I need to sell it?
Are you just gonna try and like wander around and look for a place to sell, or are you gonna ask somebody?
I want to ask where I can go and barter for magical sundries and such. Yeah. I'll ask before I leave the rusty nail.
Okay.
The barkeep, that is.
Let's see. They point you into a direction further towards the middle of town. And there's a smaller shop there. Not very heavily sorted with magic items, but a place that would be probably the best option to sell this procured item.
Okay.
Getting there and bartering the cloak over, I'd say the shopkeeper would probably attempt to offer you like 5 gold for it.
7.
Charisma persuasion check for me. It's pretty good. They look you over for a moment.
I'll sign it.
Who are you?
I'm me, bitch.
5 gold.
5 gold.
Immediately torpedoed your chance.
I'm about to say, you kind of undid your persuasion check there.
If I didn't say bitch, which I just felt compelled to, it would have been kind of okay.
You would have probably gotten the 7 gold, even if they didn't know who you were.
Now we get to see Vegas be the master of self-sabotage.
I assume there's a reputation to uphold here.
Okay, yes. You managed to barter off the cloak for 5 gold.
Hell yeah.
Lucky they didn't knock it down to 3.
Couldn't have gone any better. Did you already add it, or should I add it?
Go ahead and add the gold yourself. I removed the cloak from your inventory.
Lit. Alright, that's all I need to take care of.
Yeah, you haven't reached a status to where you could abuse something like that.
No, I know, and that's the point.
But it is in the book, so I do have a status to track for you.
Yeah, it's funny because I know I'm just starting out, so I'm gonna try and push it as much as I can, regardless.
Man, I get to throw fucking fans at you. That's gonna be
Dude,
funny.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to sign like a person.
Perfect.
Like they don't have any sort of like parchment, so I just sign their forehead.
Alright, anyways, Vegas returns, having sold their cloak. Does the party have anything that they wish to finish up in Dole?
There is one item I want from the treasure.
Mm-hmm.
The Gem of Brightness.
Fair.
Just that.
Moving it to your inventory.
Yee.
Are there any other magical items in the treasure?
It's,
besides the ones I've mentioned.
Pipe of smoke monsters, a drift globe, a potion of poison, which just looks like a normal healing potion, and a potion of radiant resistance, and then an unbreakable arrow, and then we've got some very expensive gems that we probably can't shift here.
Yeah, you all have access to the treasury, or at least you should, so you can see it under the Actors tab, so...
I see.
Do we have the food store to get us to our next stop?
Where is your
I
next
assume
stop?
so. Louvain.
You going straight
But
to
we're not gonna go there
Louvain?
in one trip.
Oh, no, I mean, sorry, no. Then, are we...
Can I?
We're gonna want to make some rest stops in between, yeah.
What route did we say we were going to take?
Hold on, what did you say, Dante? Sorry.
I was just asking if I could take the drift globe.
Yeah. Go. We could, with the route though, we could go to. How do you say that? Barrett?
Yeah, unfurrowing my my map here. It looks like Baritz is on the road, and then we can just cut the north road straight to Louvain from there.
Yeah.
Got past the Three Rivers like it's freaking Oregon Trail.
What do we know about the monster meadow? I'm assuming it's got a name. It's well known, probably.
I heard there's monsters afoot there.
Anyone can make me a history check.
I will do just that.
Yee.
Alright, big numbers. Check this shit out.
Money.
Yeah!
Ugh.
Natural 2 gets gets a 9 anyhow.
I rolled a 1.
Oh boy, it's time to roll.
Nice.
There we
Let's
go.
save. Okay, anyone else rolling, or is that everybody?
I think everyone rolled.
I didn't.
Alright. Well, I'd say anybody that rolled above a 12, which is everyone but Aset, Ignatius, and Vegas, you all have heard of the Meadow of Monsters. It is a vast field in southern Alamance that is unsettled. There's nobody that has like settled into this area. But it is a strange area in that it is a gathering place for what people consider non-violent monsters that have fled from the dungeon or escaped from the dungeon. There's no logical reason why they have gathered here or where they have come from to end up here. But they've essentially taken over this area, and it is almost considered like a protected land of sorts. The monsters there are not violent, so they generally are not harmed or hunted. At the same time, nobody builds settlements over here just because of the sheer abundance of creatures.
I've seen the outskirts of it before. My first group, before first mate to Dole, we stopped for a couple of days because Belladonna just wanted to watch them. All the monsters going around.
We could stop by and look if you like.
It's nice. It's actually pretty nice.
I'm down.
But we're gonna have to do it from like the top of the cliff because it's gonna be hard to get up to Louvain if we stay down.
Oh, yeah. True.
Naturally.
Well, when everyone's ready. And, didn't you have to say goodbye, Charlotte?
Yes, I do. And she's going to get up and head back to her house. Oh god, is Samson there or no?
He went on shift.
Ah!
Yeah.
Heading to the barracks.
Alright. Anyone else following, or just Charlotte?
This is
I'm
just for
staying
Charlotte.
right away.
Alright.
Yeah, there's not a great care going on here for Charlotte's goodbyes. You can take care of it and we can get going.
Alright.
I mean, it feels like a private matter.
You head up towards the barracks. You've noticed that the guard presence is kind of more thinned out at the moment. There's not as many of them posted up as normal. As you approach, you do see that Captain Felds is there at the moment. He is messing with this schedule board, seemingly getting people's shifts covered. But notices you as you enter in. Didn't expect to see you again so soon.
Just once more. I'm looking for my husband. I wish to say goodbye to him before I leave.
Huh. He glances over the board real quick. I think he has perimeter duty on the estate at the moment, so he is most likely outside the fence. You should be able to find him with relative ease.
Wonderful. Thank you. And, do keep him safe before she pivots around and heads out.
I try.
And she's gonna head towards the outskirts of the estate.
Alright. It takes you, I'd say maybe a minute at most, before you see your recognized form of Samson, waddling through, his bushy tail, quite visible.
Going to call him over. Samson?
Oh, hello, love. I didn't expect to see you again so soon.
I'm afraid it is time that I must be leaving. And there he is! There he is, everybody!
God,
Hey,
he's so
boy!
tired.
No.
Tired boy.
Oh, you would be too if you had to live in Dole.
Miles O'Brien energy. I'm sorry, it just is.
It is.
Haha!
Including the whole terminally single behavior even while married.
Oh my god.
That is such a good, like, description of his energy.
See, I want to make a joke of like bachelor food, but he's married, but it's still bachelor food of how he probably thinks.
Exactly.
His wife's not at the home. He's got to take care of himself. Survival mode.
You've seen what happens to a husband when he's left alone, right? You come back, and he's in his underwear fighting off a fucking rat for the last slice of pizza.
There's just gonna be hobby shit everywhere. There's like a fucking like scale model of Dole taking over the living room with little minifigures in it and stuff.
God damn it, he
So
got
you're
in
saying
Warhammer
that
Fantasy.
there's been sitcom B plots happening every day while Charlotte was gone.
Yes.
Right.
Now, I'm hoping... Oh god, I have a thing I talked about with the GM. Where is it? Oh, I know I have it.
I hope you find it, because I'm trying to remember what it is.
Being Vinyoshin Volpine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nah. Nah, I'll be fine. She won't do it.
Hmm.
Well, I'm hoping to get one thing done before my retirement is to hopefully get the funds unfrozen back home.
Do you think that's a good idea?
If I can. We both deserve something better. And we can live somewhere else.
Well, if you think it won't draw any unnecessary attention, let me know.
You've seen the Dramphine that was with me, Ignatius. He might be able to help me with that. He's very good, and I think he would be able to help present my case if it comes to... I didn't tell them yet. I don't know if I can.
Well, maybe wait and see until if you end up anywhere back near Vinyo.
She nods. Well, next time we meet, hopefully it's me just passing by.
Okay. Do you know where you're heading?
Oh, we're going to Louvain.
Oh, you're going to the capital. That should be pretty this time of year.
Oh, kind of wish we didn't miss it when we had to leave home. But, desperate times call for desperate measures. I'll tell you everything about it. I'll write it in my letter.
Yes, please do.
And she's gonna give him a long kiss goodbye and head out.
the height difference between those two again? Is it like a foot or
A couple feet.
couple feet? Okay.
So he may
I'm
have
just
to
trying
kneel.
to yeah, I'm trying to imagine if he's having to like bend down.
Yeah, it's Samson like over 6 feet tall.
Yeah, he would have to get down on one knee.
Short wife. Yeah, he returns the kiss and hugs you pretty tightly. You just kind of like clank up. I assume you're wearing your armor.
Yep.
Yeah, so both your armors clank together for a moment.
Armored spouses.
Something using protection.
Your new crew seem well capable. It also seems like you all took care of the dungeon situation too.
Oh, they're incredible. But I'll let you know what I find.
Okay.
And she will take her time leaving. She won't look back, but she'll walk slowly. And she'll go back to the party.
You're like both making eye contact the entire time. You're like trying to leave, and like another guard on patrol comes by and just like lightly nudges Samson, just kind of like jokingly teases him, and he turns around before going back to his patrol.
On the way back, Charlotte's gonna just smile herself. I hate this damn place.
No.
Alright, you rejoin the rest of your party. Do you have your destination planned out? You have the whole day.
So what are we thinking? Is it Berit? I have no idea how to say that.
I have the pronunciation. Oh, that's the actor's tab.
But yeah, I mean, looking at the maps,
It is Bar-Eat. Bar-Eat.
Oh, so bar is okay. Bar-Eat then. I say we hit there first, just so we can.
Yeah, the roads seem to be just like a straight shot to Bar-Eat, and then a straight shot north to Louvain. So we presumably have enough to just do this short jump over to there, and then we can stock up for the long haul to the capital.
Yeah, I just pronounce things wrong on purpose, so I gotta keep everyone on their toes. You can't tell if I'm pronouncing something wrong on accident, you know?
And then you accidentally pronounce it correctly.
Right. It'll happen eventually.
But as far as he's
Got me
concerned,
there.
he's saying it wrong. I mean, he says it with the tone as if he is purposefully saying it wrong.
Confidently wrong. Alright then, I guess that's the decision then.
Alright. It is a day's and a half travel to get to Barret. So, let me do a little something here.
Well, a summon something.
Nothing suspicious here.
Yeah. Summer President, cool summer. All right. So, your caravan gets together and you decide that you're going to try and pick up supplies from the next neighboring location is not the track I was expecting. Switch that one up. I think I missed.
Wait a minute, set the scene again.
It takes you, as expected, about a day and a half to make it to the port city. That is just along the Quest River. I am in the wrong mode. There we go. So you spend a little bit of your, I believe it's a week's supply that you have remaining to get over here. Only about a day's worth. And you arrive to what appears to be definitely a riverport city. It is not as high as it is wide. There are a lot of vineyards and farms in the local area. You see plenty of beast folk moving around. There are couriers running across the roads, heading further south, possibly across the Venotian border, as you're still very close to the edge. Probably closer when you were in Dole, but still not too far away. You also notice, as you are crossing a sizable bridge across the Quest River, you notice that there are passenger boats moving underneath, heading further south. These boats are big enough to carry multiple people, like many, many people, and it looks like this is one mode of transportation one could potentially take to get all the way down to the coast. Let's see. You arrive in, and make way towards the port's very popular market. What kind of supplies are you looking to pick up?
How are we on food?
Yeah, we gotta make
I was
sure
gonna
that we
say,
have...
food feels like a right idea.
Yeah, food, and then, like, enough so that if we have to go on, like, a side quest for a bit, we don't run out at the end.
So how long is it going to take to get to Louvain from here? Is what, maybe a week?
Oh, I think the last time I measured it, it was like 6 days, and you have exactly 6 days of food.
So we should probably...
You also have
double that
to
in rations.
keep in fact that you have to feed your
The drafts.
the draft horse.
Speaking of animals, it's set. I wish to try and commune with Mocha once again.
Oh God!
Make an
I will
animal
befriend.
check for me.
I will befriend this animal. Oh my God!
How's Mocha react to that 5?
Bites Vegas's hand, but not like hard, just like a gentle nibble, like
Right,
almost
right.
confused.
Biting fingers.
Like a
as well.
dog. No, yeah, it's always valid to bite fingers. This
Of
is
course you
fine.
would say that, Duo.
I withdraw my hand.
Like
You
she
say
thinks
that
you've
like
got
I
a treat
bit
for
you,
her,
Dante.
don't.
I think the
No
fair.
comment.
Jade, I'm being
Jinx.
scandalized over here.
I do
Okay,
like
let's
it.
see if it bites the cop.
Oh no.
Ignatius is gonna try and see if it likes him, but he's gonna try and be very
Beef it. Beef it.
low
Roll
key
one.
about it. Okay.
On one hand, it's a better roll. On the other hand, Paladin.
Cop. Fight.
This Mocha ain't no snitch.
Therefore,
Yeah, you got beaten.
Lechomp.
Oh no!
Like starts brutalizing.
Your teeth are sinking in a little here.
I need you to know that he doesn't take damage unless it's above a certain number, so this thing's gotta be nipping on him and he's not even phased.
no, but she's still shaking his hand about.
Yeah, alright, fair, and he slowly pulls his hand back.
Biting you, biting you, biting you.
Biting you, biting you, biting you, biting you.
Vanya looking on. So we're buying supplies, right?
Yes, we need rations. Not just enough, a little extra in case we get set back.
So we have the rations now, but we should get maybe the rations again, just in case. So we'd have nearly 2 weeks at that point. It's overshotting, but
Worst case, I can hunt some food for us to get her, so I wouldn't be too worried that.
and then, well, for you, sure. I have to be awkward, I suppose. I'm sorry.
2 weeks wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, in case we get rain or complications to the wagon or, well, anything.
Exactly. And then we've got to feed the drafts too.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
We also have to feed Vegas.
I will
Yeah,
say
that's true.
everybody but Aspen, Ski, and Vanya can make history checks for me.
Awful rolls today.
Ignatius could, yeah, just confirming.
Yeah, it'd be Ignatius, Isette, Vegas, and Charlotte.
Yeah, baby! 5!
Man, I'm trying to give this one to you guys. Alright. Vegas, you being a local, happen to know that the castle courtyard here has a particular market that specializes in selling expensive jewelry, and you get the idea that this might be a good area to pawn off your gems.
Right. Yeah, relaying such to the party. We can sell jewels here.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
Vegas, you did good in Sowerspot. Maybe do it again.
Yeah, if you don't already have any grand designs for what can be made of these, then let's make them more useful to us.
Yeah, I got no plans. Let's sell it.
Alright. Let's see. Let me pull up what you have. Alright. You have an emerald, a blue sapphire, and a blue spinel. Make me an investigation check and one persuasion check to see if you can get a good amount for these gems. Being able to find being able to find a stall and then persuade the vendor to take them.
Okay, investigation first. Not bad.
Pretty good?
Then you said persuasion.
Yep. You're bartering.
Oh god.
You gotta stop using bitch.
I said nothing.
Okay. Alright. You you come across an equine jeweler in the market who happens to be dealing with cut gems at this time, of which you have. And you know the gems' values. It's roughly 2,500 gold. The vendor, though, is trying to get it at... Let's see... they are trying to offer, I want to say, about 2,000 gold. About 500 short. Mostly so that they're arguing that they need to be able to resell them.
I'm offended by this price. Do you know what I went through to get this?
I know that you used this on the last vendor.
The vendor doesn't.
I mean, yeah, the vendor doesn't.
I haven't said I'm famous yet.
No, but if you're going to make another argument, tell me what you say, and I'll let you roll another persuasion check.
I think they're worth at least 2,300.
Well... They're looking over the gems, and they think for a moment. They argue that maybe they could fabricate them into a larger piece of jewelry and be able to pawn it off at a more extorted price.
Glue them together into a giant ball.
Maybe.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4.
So
exactly,
they will accept this bribe.
Bribe?
And
I'm not giving him anything.
I will add another 2,300 gold to the cart. Let's put you guys at, what is this now? 4,200 gold.
Jeez. Okay.
That's the party fund? Nice.
Yeah.
That adds, I'm putting it in the treasury.
Pleasure doing business with you.
See, you guys haven't wrecked a wagon yet, so you don't know how much money you actually have or not.
Yet.
Oh, there's time. Session's not over.
Right.
Oh, no.
I got a week worth of travel rolls to do yet.
Alright. You managed to successfully come back with a pretty hefty bag of gold. It's pretty heavy, too. Not a trouble for you, of course, but it's a sizable amount.
Tell us more about Vegas's heavy sand.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Lord.
Anyway,
God.
how much are these supplies gonna cost us?
You're goddamn right, though.
Alright, how much days worth of supplies are you trying to get?
So we'll add 7 days to the supplies, so that'll bring us up to 13 total days. Because we've got 6 at the moment. And then draft food for the same amount of time.
Okay. It's also have to factor in the fact that there's multiples of you.
Yeah.
So you said a week's worth, plus
Yeah.
food for the draft horses. So... I'm gonna say for a week's worth of food for the draft horses is probably gonna cost you about 15 gold.
And that's...
The amount of food for the party of your size for about a week, Rations aren't super expensive, but I'm also... Yeah, I'll say it's probably about at least 10 gold's worth.
So total 25.
Yeah.
Vanya's gonna pipe up. I'll cover the draft costs if everyone else chips in for our food.
Okay.
How much food is it for each person? I mean, the amount.
That's 10, you said, right?
Yep.
So 10 gold.
All right. I'd put mine in.
Everybody's chipping in 10 gold.
Cool.
No, it's 10 gold for all of us.
Okay.
Vanya paid for the draft food, so that's 15 gold from her. And then the 10 needs to be totted up. Either one person can cover it all, or...
Oh, it's 10
split.
total, not 10 each?
10 total.
Oh.
Rations are not expensive. Now, if you're buying, like, lots of supplies to cook over a week, it probably costs you more.
You have the party fund for a reason, right?
You also do have
cover
a
it.
party fund you can pull from at any time.
I covered it.
Okay. Vegas covered it.
Alright. Alright, any other tasks that we would like to do?
Yes. I'd like to buy a couple items. I have the list ready.
Alright.
Okay, ink. Okay, so, wow, that's a lot. 1 ink pen for 2 copper pieces, and 1 ounce of ink for 10 gold pieces.
Wow, an ounce of ink, it's 10 gold, Jesus.
Yep.
It's expensive to make.
I guess it makes sense, because of wizards.
It takes a whole ass lot of time to make ink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking wizards.
Alright, yeah, I'd say it would be no problem to procure those items.
Alright, done.
I'd also like to grab dark clothes with a hood and something that would fit that mask under at the same time while wearing it.
I'm sorry, which mask?
So she stole the feral mask from the meeting, the Vulpine one.
Are you trying to build a feral disguise?
Not quite.
Not quite. So what's your plan here?
She wants the dark clothes for obviously being better able to hide, especially at night. And the mask is something I'm cooking, so we'll wait for the reveal on that.
She's just a goth, don't worry about it.
She's pastel goth right now.
Okay. You said you're looking for darker clothes, you said.
Yeah, something that's suitable for sneaking. And then, so darker clothes to go over the leathers that she wears.
Okay. Let's say you could probably find a pair of dark, like, traveler's clothes. That set you back just about 2 gold pieces.
Okay. And then there was one more thing. A chisel. That would be suitable for like cutting into metal. I guess a stone mason's kit, I guess, to make it easier.
I'm trying to see what kind of
It's a weird ask, so no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the mask is metal, so I'm trying to think.
I mean, maybe a jeweler's kit,
Mm,
because they work with metal in making jewelry. That's a stretch, though.
I don't mean to interrupt, but was it about break time? I want to go run to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm getting into it. Give me 1 second.
Got it.
It's not specifically for walls. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be Smith Tools, which will set you back 20 gold.
Yeah, up it does it.
Alright. Oh. Give me 1 second. Where are you at? There you are. Where did it go? Oh, just gave me artisans tools. Weird. Just trying to see if it was. Yep, there we go. Alright, you have Smith tools now.
Thank you.
Alright. Any other shopping that anyone needs to do?
Not that I can think of.
I think I'm good.
Taken care of.
Alright. Then at this time, we will take our 10-minute break.
I need food or I'll die. Ah!
Yeah, I'm gonna go make a drink. I'll be right back.
I return.
Welcome back.
Ah! Why haven't you marked that you are returned?
I'm gonna go pee in a second.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing Guilty Gear character model edits that I really like. Right?
Yeah, that's my main, baby.
I've been playing a lot of Bridget to no one's surprise. Also, they announced Monster Hunter Wilds, the Game Awards.
I saw that, yeah.
It's looking pretty cool. Hopefully it's better than Rise.
I always love Monster Hunter game.
I have been playing them for too long, and the claw grip ruined my hands. I think I have carpal tunnel because of those games. It was worth every finger shattering hour.
Yeah.
I still love Vegas's response just then. Oh, cool. Anyway.
It's it takes a lot to surprise him.
Vanya did a murder. Oh no, I feel bad.
It happens.
I live.
Welcome back. But yeah, let me cook. Let me cook. I know what I'm doing.
Let her cook.
Yeah, I've had Discord also open in browser this whole time, watching somebody restream the Game Awards, and Baldur's Gate got the biggin.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Baldur's Gate sweep.
It got, what, 4 awards, including Game of the Year? At that point, I think. Am I spreading misinformation? Did I just post cringe?
You think people would do that? Just go onto the internet and tell lies?
No. Oh no. Ignatius to Vanya. Remove this sassy child. I think everybody handled that all rather well, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess you're lucky Thalkiel didn't come out to ruin Aski's defense. Like that fucking Brennan and Zach moment.
I killed them.
My client's not a perfect man. Yeah, I killed him.
Well, clearly Thalkiel has shown that he doesn't mind being a spectator and just seeing how interesting situations play out.
We do a little trolling. Falkill, probably.
Just a smidge, as a treat.
I can't help but notice there's a place on this map called Lux End, and I think we should avoid it at all costs.
Which one?
Lux End. It's ironically under Fortunata Hills. Over here. And Lux End is just below it.
Oh, that place. I remember reading up on that.
It sounds deadly.
I could pull up the entry.
Not as bad as the Black Wild. That's scary. I know about the Black Wild.
I mean, there's a couple places on here that are gonna be fun.
It's a shame we're going basically the opposite way of the Monster Meadow.
Oh, I know exactly what you could encounter in Luxend.
That's ominous. Okay.
I read the paragraph and was like, heh.
Murder most foul.
Well, my cold's not doing too bad.
Good.
I had to pause cough like once.
Oh yeah, same. My nose is gradually starting to leave me alone.
See, it was like I was getting better. See, I developed like a dry throat, and then it became a sore throat, and then it became like a cough, and it was getting better. It was like my coughing incidents were halving every day. Until yesterday when I decided to play Off-Worlders with my friends, and it decided to just go off because I was exercising the muscle.
Yeah, my voice did something similar when I was recovering from COVID. I lost it during COVID, and then when I thought I was fully healed, I ended up playing something where I got a little too active and shouty, and I just lost it all over again. It was horrible.
So I hate throat sickness because it's literally balancing 4 scales.
Yeah.
And like you tip down one way, your throat gets fucked up.
Remember the one session of Waterdeep where I lost my voice?
Yes, vividly.
That was kind of fun.
I told you I was gonna force you to be in the spotlight.
Yeah,
that's cruel.
Yeah, that's
okay. I did well. I do fine.
They did.
Yeah. I always do my best.
Surprisingly, I'm much better than yesterday because during Off-Worlders, I had to talk because I was one of the characters, and it was like I'll get one line in, and then I have to like move to the other like let someone else take over because I would cough constantly for like 20 times.
Just cough a lung up between lines.
Oh Jesus!
But I role play as a character like that one guy from Malcolm in the Middle that had like half a lung.
Oh, funny thing though is I got the first critical success of the campaign because Off-Worlders is a 2d6 game. Both 6s means crit success, and I managed to shoot like a security orb and saved like my party members. It was cool. It was like we were trying to get into an office to report on some weird stuff. Suddenly it's empty. A security orb is looming at us, shooting lasers. We all dodge. And like my character is like, he's literally Carl Urban with a handlebar mustache.
Kerbin.
It's like telling the other one of the party members like, show your ID. Hope to like get to go like just stand down. Shows the ID, we hear it winding up. I roll the shoot. I roll a crit and just instantly kill it.
Gone, reduced to atoms.
It was like some XCOM shit.
Can't wait to see Carl Urban in Ark.
Right. Bob.
He's the fucking default survivor.
It's gonna be hilarious.
That's like the perfect character for him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Everyone is here.
Kerbin.
Everyone is here.
Duo, why don't you have that on your soundboard yet for when somebody says it?
It happens a lot, so yeah, I'm gonna look into it.
So frequently.
Okay. Do you stay the night in Barrett?
Should we?
How about we move on? Personally.
What time is it during the day?
It was probably about midday when you pulled in, and you've done a little bit of shopping and going around, so the sun is starting to move towards the horizon, but it's not out of sight yet.
We can keep moving.
Yeah, let's just scoot.
Keep moving.
The sooner we get to Louvain, the better.
And
Let's casually ignore the suggested plot hook.
which direction are we looking to go? Are we staying on the west or the east side of the river?
Worse.
Yeah, the
East
west
would be
side.
better.
Yeah, east side has the main
Oh,
road,
true.
I believe.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even look at that.
Okay. Let's see. Based off a distance. So probably. Yeah. I'm gonna say you guys are most likely following the river, since that's a good source of water and happens to be going in the direction that you are heading. Yeah, your first night is pretty uneventful. You travel into the night, set up camp, occasionally see some wildlife, and some people heading on their way south, either towards the port city that you just came from, or maybe even further. Come into the next day, and can I get perception checks from the whole party?
Ooh, yay.
All right.
We love perceiving.
Big fan.
That's why I'm so bad at it.
Alright.
I am really having an off day today. Holy shit.
Yeah, Eski, Aspen, Charlotte, you all are catching the attention as, let's see, are you all, let me double check. You all are in different, well, yeah, Charlotte is with Vegas in the Rio, and Aspen and Eski are in the Rocksteady. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay. This works out. Okay. So, you all notice that, in one of the neighboring, farmlands, there's like a vast, field of like grain and such that is like set up for harvest. And you notice that there are some farmhands who are running along the edge of the fence, and the sudden motion kind of catches your attention. And you look out into the field, and you see a large white creature just kind of like sort of recklessly running through the field, trampling down the grain. It seems to be moving in sort of like sporadic directions. It is very big, though.
I assume the farmhands are very much running away from this thing.
Yes. It is very much causing a disturbance.
There's only room for 2 big white creatures in this town.
Not in the team.
Shh. The joke's
didn't
funny,
even
alright?
hear it.
Just let.
Yeah, I think Aspen would want to go investigate that.
Yeah, Charlotte's gonna follow them.
Alright. I assume
Likewise
you
following.
are alerting the rest of the party to the trouble that is occurring.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aspen's gonna like start jogging towards it, but like look back and sort of wave the axe in the air and just be.
Well, you all are riding in the wagons. At
Yeah,
this
we're
point.
moving.
You are actively
like to match-
moving.
So you're saying Aspen jumped out of the wagon?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
How fast does the wagon move, actually?
Fast. Way too fast.
Well, it can go up to 60 feet per second. And at the brisk pace that you guys move, you can cover about 54 miles in 8 hours, which is the most you can do in a day. I imagine if you signal, the wagons would begin to slow down, because Ignatius, you're driving the Rocksteady, and Aspen just jumped off. So I imagine you would start to slow down and try to make it easier and safer for everyone to dismount the wagon in a proper fashion.
Yeah,
Well, so
I
wait.
kind of saw this, leaned out the door, and just hopped out, and just yelling as they're going, "There is a thing in the field."
So I just want to confirm, we're close enough that hopping out would be faster than taking the wagon in?
Into a field?
Well, I
Into
mean,
a
like,
field
drive...
full of someone's
Okay,
blood.
sorry. Drive along the road in order to get to the closest point. That's what I was going off of here.
I assumed we were moving kind of parallel to it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's drive. We don't need to drive any further. We can all just hop out.
Yes, essentially.
Yeah, Ignatius is gonna slow it down and, like, beep the keys to lock up.
Oh, that means
Beep the keys
Oh,
to lock
Charlotte's-
out.
that means Charlotte's near the wagon. That's right. So instead of jumping off a moving wagon,
Coward.
she's gonna climb up to the top, eyeing this white beast and just calling down. The others are going after the thing. We'd better follow up with them.
Dion, who is the driver for the Rio, nods. I'll pull her over. Try to catch up.
Yeah. How close is this to the action?
Speaking of, you begin to pull over and depart the wagons in your various forms, trying to get a good head of the action that is happening. And you start to notice that this large white creature happens to be lumbering this way.
Oh, to be what?
It's heading towards us.
Yes.
Oh, it's from Monster Hunter. It's
God.
the whatchamacallit, the Dodogama.
I know what this is.
Oh, I know
thought
what
you were
this
gonna-
is.
I thought you were going to say it was a Dickin.
Yes, where's this at? Can't find that.
Oh, I think I also know what this is. But if it is what I think it shouldn't be here.
Ah, here we go. Oh, is it not on here? I was looking for the track. Give me 1 second. Oh, it was here. My eyes glazed over it. Okay. Alright, you notice, as you were stepping off to the side, a very large hulking creature that just smashes through one of the nearby fences, and it just seems to be rampaging about. There are farmhands who are trying to just get out of its path. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to what it is doing at this time. What would you like to do?
Bum rush it.
Yeah, I don't really see an option besides just, kill the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Charlotte's gonna be moving towards the trees.
Can I roll animal handling just to see if there's any equipment on it in case it is like a beast of burden that's just gone nuts or something?
Make me a perception check, I guess. $14? You do notice as you are getting closer, I presume. Because it is also just kind of like lumbering across and just like bouncing on the road, just doing quite a bit of damage to the road just with its sheer weight. You do
should
notice
we be moving
that...
any closer? I just want to... Sorry for interrupting. I just want to stop the tokens if we should.
No, you're fine at the moment. But you do notice that there is a sizable spear lodged out of its backside at the moment.
Large.
And it is primarily following the road?
It doesn't seem to be following any seam of path because it came out of the fields and crashed through the fence. It is unstable at the moment. So if you get any closer, I'm gonna roll initiative.
No, okay.
Charlotte, you're
I'm
also
stopping.
Are you moving, Norman?
Yes.
I just wanted to confirm we weren't all jumping this thing mid-talk.
Try and calm it?
I will say animal handling check. Ooh. Let me see what I've got written up.
Good roll.
I think I put it under here. Yeah. Alrighty. With the 17, you approach closer towards the animal, and it stops its kind of like wild bucking in a way, and it stands you up, and it's eyeing you, perceiving you kind of as a threat at first, and you kind of like have both your hands up, but not in a way to like be intimidating. And you take your time trying to like just inch closer, and it's like it's standing its ground in a very aggressive manner. It's like scraping at the dirt, almost like it wants to charge you, but is kind of reading you, trying to figure out what you're doing.
Kind of like crouch down a bit, like try and look a bit smaller, so I'm like looking less of a threat.
Okay. I will say with the 17, you are able to get pretty close to it without it attacking you.
Are they getting through to it?
Well,
kinda
this
wanna-
is happening. Can I try and just get myself situated and hidden behind this tree? Just in case?
Make a stealth check. I don't feel like you would have to roll pretty bad. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, Aspen's just kind of like talking softly to it, probably mostly in Orion, but just gentle tones, and slowly reaching out a hand, just trying to put a hand on its snout or whatever it's got, beak, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't like snarl or bellow, but you can hear like the deep rumbling sounds that it makes, and as your hand gets a little bit closer, it kind of like not blows steam, but it kind of snorts loudly, and it doesn't quite startle you, but it slowly begins to like calm down a bit as your hand finally touches it.
All right, then as it calms down, Aski will kind of slowly approach behind Aspen and use her Mind for Beasts ability to just directly ask it, "What has you running?"
Your Minds for Beasts does not work here, unfortunately. This is a monstrosity.
I can't get through to it like you can.
Big Beastie is just scared, I think. Hurt. But, I think we'll be okay. Charlotte?
Yes?
Can you maybe heal this creature to reduce its pain?
Alright, I'm going to come slowly.
Aspen's just kind of like stroking its nose, just like
Just trying to keep its attention.
It's okay, beastie.
I'm sorry, I just like the idea of shouting at the top of your lungs, Charlotte! As she's 100 feet away.
All right, I am getting up next alongside Aspen. Thankfully, I have this ready. Am I close enough to personally touch this creature?
Yeah, I'll say you are.
All right. Because this is a touch action, I'm going to be casting Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay. Actually target the creature for this if you can.
Oof, I jumped too soon. I'm
Alright.
sorry. It was a 13.
Do I recognize what kind of creature this is?
Give me a nature check. With 13 points of healing, you manage to not only stop the bleeding, but help somewhat push the wound close. The spear is still lodged in it.
Okay, still gonna have to remove that.
It's set with 15. You've heard of and occasionally seen these creatures. They are dungeon monsters. But you also known that they have appeared in the wild from time to time. They are actually most common in this region, near the Monster Meadows. They're bullets.
Does it feel like it's kind of trusting me at the moment?
It is calmed down a significant amount. It is not shied away from you.
I kind of like Aspen's gonna be talking to it, like I can understand them, but
Baby talk, yeah.
yeah, they're gonna step to its side a little bit and just be like, let's see if we can't remove the thorn.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
I will go ahead and tell you, it's not going to work. Because this is what a Ski's feature
because
is.
I essentially have infinite use of Speak with Animals because of my because of being ovine, and yeah, that didn't work before.
Yeah, it's not a beast, unfortunately.
So with the wound closing, I want Aspen to just kind of slowly and calmly walk around there, and then just rip the bandage off, so to speak. Whip it out as quick as possible, and then hopefully make sure it sees Aspen throw the spear away, and, like, into the field.
Okay. Give me either an athletics or medicine check. Your choice.
I will go for athletics.
Okay.
Nice.
With the 19,
damn!
You pulled the spear out and very quickly just toss it out in the field. The bullet clearly does not enjoy having the spear removed. And its whole body kind of like shakes for a moment as if it's trying to like dust itself off. Its feet sink back into the ground and it kind of like tenses up for a moment. Make another animal handling check for me. Very
nice.
good. With another 19, you are able to successfully keep it from essentially restarting its rampage. And after about a minute or so of just kind of like baby talking this giant creature, it does calm down, and it seems much more relaxed than you've seen it.
Okay, I think we have a new friend.
Are we gonna keep it?
Maybe we could lead it to the meadows?
This is what I was
Perhaps.
thinking. If we are not far. I'm not good at maps necessarily, but I don't think we are far, and maybe it came from there. Maybe someone was trying to hunt it, or it caught the spear on accident, but
We'd have
people say the
to-
creatures from there are peaceful, and
Yes, this is a dungeon monster, and
I
I
wouldn't be
wonder what it's
peaceful if
doing
I had
all
a
the way
spear
out
thrown
here.
at me.
We'd have to double back on ourselves, taking it there, and then get back up the cliff face. But if it's not going to kill anything, then sure.
As long as it's far enough away from any of these, I'm sure we can just leave it by the edge of the road. When we're close enough, it should be able to find its way back.
I will say, around this time you guys are having this conversation, you hear some shouting coming from down the road as you see a canine figure, actually a wolf figure, quickly approaching. Oh gosh, oh my gosh, you have the beast. And
is
Oh!
calm, is good.
you
Is
recognize
no longer on rampage.
a familiar face. This is the individual who you met when you first entered Dole, just beforehand.
Oh yeah.
It's the
Vanya's-
Alley Knight Davian.
Yeah, Vanya's gonna call out, Davian, right? I just looked at my notes.
Ah, yes. Oh, you managed to calm her down. It was very impressive. I was trying to catch up to her. She's been running for miles now.
You've got a history with it then?
Not this particular one. He reaches out and also kind of like very gently just begins to like stroke at the plates that cover the bullet's back. No, but I was after some of the people who were poaching this area. They set this one off and it started to push through fields into the south, and I was trying to catch it before it hurt anyone or somebody killed it.
You said poaching.
Yes, unfortunately some people either come out here to hunt them for their materials or to just kill them for sport.
Hardly
disgusting.
sporting if they're this docile.
What was-
I understand hunting for food, but this does not seem like the right kind of creature.
Yes, I unfortunately had to choose between either stopping the poachers and catching them in the act or trying to calm this thing down before it hurt someone or it got even more hurt. And, well, I clearly am here now. It's a good thing you came along. I didn't expect anyone to stop it safely.
I had a hunch.
Have you done that before, Aspen?
Not with one of these, but yeah, similar.
It's like a second nature. You just handled that.
In lodges, there are animals that sometimes get scared, or it helps to be able to calm them. And in a place where there are mammoths, and sometimes you are alone, being not threatening to animals sometimes is very helpful.
And these do seem to be similar enough in demeanor to some of the quiet beasts you'd find out in the wilds, despite the obvious differences.
Right, yeah.
But at least if the poachers were so sloppy this time, it shouldn't take you long to find them doing something sloppy again and catching them.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully. There's the fields are vast, and there's one of me, and several of them, unfortunately.
Well, then I don't suppose you have any particular plans on how to get this back to where it belongs?
Oh, I could probably get her moving, but I just want to make sure this wound heals up all right. Did anyone else get hurt or?
Nope.
No.
She made a bit of a mess, but I don't think anyone was injured.
All right, well, that's good at least.
I would like to help you with poachers, but unfortunately, group has prior engagement, and I do not believe I can divert the wagon.
Oh, there's no need. I can potentially request for more knights to be sent this way. I didn't realize that the poaching was as intense as I expected it to be.
We are heading to Louvain. If perhaps we could take message for you, or
Oh, that would actually be very beneficial. Yes. Yeah, it's just mention that Davian needs some help by the meadows. That should be enough.
do anyone in particular?
Guess see if you can find the lieutenant. She'd be pretty helpful. For the Luvanian Knights.
Duh. I am sure the group will have no problem with this.
Sounds good.
It's along the way, and we could do more to help.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's get to helping. I doubt that sitting here and spending up all of your daylight is going to make your job any easier.
I mean, you've done quite a bit. Again, very impressed that you managed to handle such a very powerful creature in such a calm manner. Most people would be flattened.
She just needed a little understanding.
And we are no ordinary delvers, so I suppose it all checks out.
Well, I will see to the damage here. Hopefully, get some things fixed up before I leave. But if you could at least send some word, some extra knights would be able to help me curb the poaching problem.
Yeah, we will do this. Aspen's like petting the blood snake again. It's just like, you stay safe, stay away from any nasty poachers, yes, and you also stay safe.
The bullet is just kind of letting out a like very deep kind of like guttural bellow that kind of like quakes through its form. It sounds very pleased.
It's purring.
It's like a gator bellowing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I was picturing a fucking Chewbacca noise. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard a gator bellow. It's loud.
Loud.
Those things are fucking menacing, I'm telling you.
Those are cool as fuck.
All right. Davian kind of like tries to guide the bullet off to the side, and in a very amusing twist, tries to. It's very funny. He tries to take out like a rope and tries to like leash it to one of the fences, which it very clearly is not going to hold it. But
honey.
Is more or less trying to like, hey, stay here for a second. So he can like try and help pick up the debris and clean up the fields. And the bullet at this point is just nonchalantly eating from the grain that is in the field.
That thing's just gonna walk off and drag the post behind it for like a couple of feet. It's not going anywhere, but it has a point to prove.
Yeah. But yeah, situation very well handled.
All right, well, let's get back to it.
Yep, on the road.
Duh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Congratulations, you didn't kill the rampaging bullet. It's interested to see how this encounter was going to go out.
We better get bonus experience for that. Smiles,
Right.
giggles, chuckles.
Peace was an option, as it turns out.
Peace was an option.
From the
Yeah,
post-
Ignatius was standing at the back the whole time, like, yeah, I was just gonna kill it. I'm gonna take
Oh.
leave on the phone.
I had a guiding bolt ready.
I
From
was
the
ready
most-
to suplex that thing.
Can I say we got
Yeah.
the most peaceful solution from the most violent party member?
Yeah.
I had an arrow that's ever strike ready just in case.
Peace was
I
an
mean, that's
option,
what
but the
was ready to go
violence was the
swinging.
alternative.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Hello.
Some people's voices were like roboticizing. I think it was just my side.
Oh, I just sound like that.
I just do that.
Beep boop, motherfucker.
All right. Do you want to use the remainder of time to make a little bit more distance before settling up for the night, or do you want to pitch early?
Yeah, let's keep going.
All
I
right.
would keep going. We didn't expend much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you make it just a little bit further. Let me get the music going again. Yeah, that'll work for now. You make it towards the bend and where the river starts to shift. You can also see a little bit more of the rising hills in the distance that kind of create this large mend. And as you are starting to, as the sun is starting to set, you can see off into the plains the full field of the monster meadows, and you can see various creatures, some of which you just don't recognize, but you also do see small herds of bullets as well that seem to be moving around, including some smaller ones.
They do move in herds.
I was waiting for one of you shitters to say it.
Dante went more than an hour without a pun. It was bound to happen.
But yes, you managed to set up for the night and just kind of you can hear some of the monsters in the distance, just kind of nocturnal noises, and it's not as unsettling. Some of the noises are a little weird, but they don't sound threatening. It doesn't sound like anything's fighting anything. And
Not particularly aggressive and not particularly close, I'm guessing.
yeah, not particularly close. You are on the edge of the meadow. They seem to kind of keep over to the side.
It's like when you camp out in the woods and you actually hear deer and foxes make noises and they're terrifying.
Nature is scary. Never go outdoors.
Used to have foxes right next to my house. I'm so used to that sound now.
Sound of woman being murdered.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. The night is uneventful, and you all wake up feeling very refreshed. the next day comes, and as you are leaving on the edge of the Monster Meadows, you do eventually spot Davian, who is finally managed to lead this bullet back into the large group that is just out in the fields grazing at this point.
Yay!
Nice.
And you get the wagons set up and make your way.
So this would be I'm just trying to keep up with the days here. This is April 2nd then?
Let's see. We picked up the beginning of the session was March 27th.
28th. We're on the... Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, because it was still the
27th,
night,
and then-
so
yeah,
the next day
28th.
would have been the 28th. And then you left Dole that afternoon.
On the 28th, and then 29th was in Barit.
That was on the road to it.
Yeah,
Then
it
we
took you a day and a
stopped, yeah.
half to get there. And then another, because you guys didn't stay in Barit, you left immediately once you were done. So another day to travel up, and then the following day was the Bullet encounter. I can't remember how many days are in March, 'cause I'm stupid.
31s.
Okay. Jade,
Wait,
where am I at?
31 or 31?
What's the difference?
I can go back and do the math later. Yeah, you managed to get just shy here. The capital at this point is about a little over almost 3 days away. As you guys settle up for the night, Dion pulls you aside, Vegas.
Yep.
All right. Unfortunately, I don't know a whole lot of what's going on for your show match. Just know that we need to get there relatively soon. It looks like we're making good time. We're just gonna have to head to the quartermaster's office and see what the deal is. We'll try to get you set up as quick as
Right.
possible. Hopefully there's no other delays, and we can get you going. I'm eager to see you in your first fight.
I'm looking forward to it.
When was the last time you were in Louvain?
Let me see here. When Vegas was 15.
God damn. How old is he now?
32.
Okay, so it's been a while since you've been home.
Uh-huh.
Any mixed feelings about coming back?
Most certainly.
Do you let anything on, or are you good at hiding it?
I'm gonna keep it cool.
All right. The night passes also rather uneventfully. Let's do a roll. 60. All right.
The percentile nature of these rolls is worrying.
Don't worry about it. I will say, yeah, you managed to make most of the distance that you would normally make, and within, I would say, about the last hour of what would be your normal distance for your trip, you come across some individuals moving along the road. They happen to be... They have carts. Not quite a full-on wagon. There's a single horse pulling it. And it got a makeshift, like, tarp on the back. And the individuals look decently well-armed, but not like professional guards or military or anything like that. If I could get perception checks from the party.
Oh, that was so close to landing on the 20.
Ah, shit, wrong button.
I don't perceive anything.
I mean, going by die, that was persuasion on accent. It would actually be just 11.
Can I
see.
say Ignatius
Oh.
is going to use Smell Evil?
Smell evil. What?
Detect Evil. You know.
Let me see.
Sorry, Divine Sense is the actual name.
Okay, yeah, I need to know mechanics. Let's see here. Divine Sense. Celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet of you. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. This is funny, because it's been a hot minute. Well, alright. So, with your divine sense, one of the first things you pick up, because of proximity, is a ski. You can definitely detect, not them, but definitely a fiendish presence coming from them. The second thing you pick up, also coming from your wagon, which is a little bit more concerning, because you were expecting the senses to pull you towards the travelers on the road, but you get the sense of undeath in your wagon.
Okay. That's something to unpack.
Wait,
In the Rocksteady.
I don't want to point fingers, but I did just hear a laugh. Let's go down the list. Who's in the Rocksteady as well?
The two troubled children, Ski and Vanya.
and Aspen.
Hi.
Oh, is said, are you in the Rio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
no, you picked that up from the Rio.
Gee, I sure wonder who that is.
Very loud jackal giggling.
Okay, anything else that I need to know?
Nothing from the traveling wagons, but let me look at these perception checks real quick. Ooh. Because of the relative darkness that is slowly starting to settle in, it is a little hard to see, but oh, what is that doing? Okay. Oh, it's taking its time. Iset, you notice in particular as the wagon is moving by, there is a small trail of like blood that is dripping off like one of the edges of the tarps. And you notice that there is like there's something large underneath the tarp, possibly game. It's a little hard to tell, but whatever it is, it's fresh.
Now hold on one goddamn minute. She's going to alert the others in the REO to this.
Yeah, Charlotte's gonna get up and look out.
Yeah, when you glance over, the individuals are heading up to Louvain as well. Or they're heading that general direction along the road. You guys are moving faster than them, so you do eventually pass them, and they catch your eyes for a second, but they don't seem to, like, give any greetings or any gestures or anything. But once your attention is drawn towards, like, the blood that's coming off the cart, it becomes a little bit more noticeable.
I believe these may be our poachers.
You think so?
All I know is there's something big under that tarp, and there's blood leaking out from underneath it. Whatever it is, it can't be good.
Maybe we can ask them about it, but be careful.
Hello, criminals. Done any crime lately?
How do you do, fellow criminals?
I have idea. We would need to stop wagon.
Are we gonna stop both our wagons?
Like, try to box them in?
No.
You did pass them at this point, because again, you're going faster than them.
I would just like to let them catch up and have a word with them.
Can I try a pit maneuver?
Do you want me to pull up the wagon driving rulebook?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I can do it, it's right here.
I'm okay with jumping the gun on some things. Vehicular manslaughter is not one of them.
What's the harm in asking somebody what they hunted? Just out of curiosity.
We don't just ask them what we hunted. We say, "Oh, hey, how are you doing? It seems like you had a good hunt. We are very short on supplies. Could we maybe buy some of the meat?" Or
okay,
we get under the tarp and we have good luck. That way, we know if it is bullet or not.
Problem is, what if they start firing at us?
then we fight back.
Do
We have
you
numbers.
really think that they can take us on their own?
I doubt it, but still.
We kill the first one, intimidate the others, and tell them we are taking to Louvain.
No one needs to die.
Not how I
And
feel
we
about things
incapacitate
either,
the first
no.
one.
Can we just ignore them?
Well, these are poachers.
And there's plenty more like them.
Are they poachers? Why are we just assuming this?
They're just picturing Ignatius running over and channeling divinity on anybody he suspects is doing something bad.
Hey, he is totally well within his right to just keep driving. This is the other wagon that's up to bullshit. Ignatius is cool driving past. But we have a sending stone to communicate, right?
You got one stone. Luckily, the two holders are in opposite wagons.
Yeah, me and
Yeah, okay. So, like, just radio over. Say we got a 10-4 on a suspected poacher. Come on, that was a police joke. Laugh.
10-4 just means all right. It doesn't mean positive ID.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
fact-checking
Okay,
it.
Yeah.
fine.
All we have right now is suspicion and circumstantial evidence.
I mean, this could be a
I'm pulling your leg.
misunderstanding.
Would I do that?
Let's just leave. We're so
Yes,
far ahead of
Noah,
them.
would you do that?
I want to go home.
Let's just go.
Let's just keep going and alert whoever's in charge there.
I don't want to say
Alright.
the potentially callous thing, but we can't exactly make them unpoach it if it's dead, right?
Could beat the shit out of him.
Not really, no.
And we're not exactly getting much out of it, even if we do go and scare them all away.
Actually, could we get like any description of the drivers or occupiers of the wagon?
Actually, yeah, he said it's gonna like draw the wagon, the drivers on it the best she could see.
Okay.
Oh, I can do that.
Trying to just do a quick sketch to get just a general idea of who or what you saw.
Yeah, get some important details down, basically, like make sure it's recognizable to any authorities would be turning that into.
Okay. Make me just a general intelligence check. Ooh.
With
Buddy.
flying colors.
You are able to sketch up the 5 individuals and their small makeshift 2-wheeled cart that they are escorting with a singular, quiet-minded draft horse. Out of the individuals, not only able to like getting the general details of their kits, just how they're armed. One of the individuals that you end up sketching down from memory is Latine, a otter, actually. A very tall otter, about, let's say, 5'2", which is tall for a Latine.
I think we better keep this on hand. Let's get moving.
Alright, you're able to make it just around the bend. And are able to camp up for the night, right at the edge of the river. You suspect that either these individuals are going to keep moving through the night, or they are going to possibly set up camp somewhere. As it is getting pretty dark.
Mm-hmm.
Your restful sleep for the night goes uninterrupted. In the morning, as you were getting ready to proceed offwards, and you're just kind of like cleaning up the area, you do notice a bit of dried blood on the road. Just like very, very spaced out individual drops, which indicates that they may have passed you already.
Fair.
Well, we know where they are, and we can always report them and have someone look into them. They could just be proper hunters.
Yeah, agreed. I know we're all jumping, well, kind of all jumping at shadows right now, but
I mean, at least one of us probably thought that Felds was in on with the whole
I
weird
definitely
group,
did.
right? Yeah. It's a good thing we didn't grievously injure him.
He's a tough man. He would have been fine.
You're onto something, but yes, it's good that we
Any-
didn't immediately act upon that idea.
Anyway, changing topics. I haven't been to Verglis.
No.
I passed through once.
Oh, you did? When?
years ago.
I did too. Wasn't
It's
there
been a
very
long
long.
time for me as well.
It's a nice place. I wish I stayed though.
Are you saying you want to go to Verglis?
No. It's just it brings back memories.
Oh, okay.
Where the snips
so.
are from.
It's true.
It is true. It's where all the snowcats belong.
From one of your ill-fated crews or some other memory?
Run that by me one more time because my Discord is wonk today.
Oh, cool. She said, from one of your ill-fated crews or some other memory?
Ill-fated. But
You're not with them now, are you?
no, we split ways.
Good lord, people can just leave, you know.
Leave this mortal plane.
I was with two groups, but I was with two delving groups before all of you, and we both left on our own terms.
Yeah, Charlotte gets around, you know?
The
Exactly
question
what I'd say if I was the
stands.
cleric on Two Dead.
Nobody has ever died in those groups. I made sure of that.
I believe you.
I don't know if they still travel, but well, I hope they're both happy.
Every day we're on the road is me getting further and further away from home, so.
Oh, there are wonderful places that I've been to far from home.
To so many places better than home, however.
Well, bear the door at least.
Well, let's hope we're about to find one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, I've never been to Louvain. It's kind of out of my group's range.
I
Not
heard
made-
about these. Sorry, go on.
Not many delvers go through the capital.
I heard about the soda lights there. They sound really cool.
The what?
Soda lights. They're like the lights that light the dark a little bit. Like they can make them into letters and stuff. Apparently, it's.
Oh,
It's a nice place.
I can't wait to see it.
I've heard of them. It's been too long since I've been there to actually witness them myself.
You've heard stories, but I've never seen them.
Did a lot of reading at home. Well, shall we get going?
We carry on.
Mhm. Another day passes. At some point, you do eventually see the group that are traveling across the road. And as you approach by, or at least pass them once more, you see that they've pulled over to rest for now. They've set up like a small makeshift campfire, and the back of the cart is uncovered. And you can see packed into the back are deer.
Ordinary deer?
Yep, just quiet-minded beasts that have been hunted recently.
Well, nothing to worry about then.
Vanya kind of looks to Usky. Told them.
Aspen just eyeing it as they travel past, just like they could have cooked such a good meal with those.
Almost. Sorry, it's like almost like this campaign's about. Maybe we should not make assumptions about everything. There's a running theme here.
Aspen didn't make assumptions. Aspen just wanted to investigate, and if it was just normal hunting, buy some nice meat.
I've made one jumping to conclusions, and by God, I do not regret it. I'd do it again.
See, you partially won on that one because you were right and you were not right.
See, you were right.
There's a reason I held back from actually acting.
You were right in not doing a drastic action.
Yeah, it could have been worse. You could have been correct and then immediately brutalized him. And that would have changed that entire outcome.
Yeah, but I like the thought of brutalizing a bad guy.
How do you think they keep those carcasses preserved? They've been out for a while.
Try not to think
It's been
about
a few
it.
days, yes.
They tend not to go bad until a while longer, especially
Maybe-
if you cut them.
Maybe it's a lot of ice. Well, it was bleeding a lot, though.
No. Most of the bad stuff on the hunting comes from the stuff in the guts and the stomach, all the digestive stuff. So you take that out, you clean the carcass, and it keeps for quite a while for travel.
Oh.
It's wonder.
The meat
is
itself will
what-
dry out if freshly gutted.
During that whole explanation, Vanya just grabs her ears and pushes them down around her head, trying to block it out.
Charlotte's just looking for, nodding, kind of fascinated by this subject.
If you have an ample amount of salt on hand, it's even easier.
Yeah,
Trust
it's a
me,
wonder.
These people have it easy. I have gutted mammoth.
Do you have to climb into it?
Yes.
Oh.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime.
There's a reason I keep myself to a marginally smaller game than that.
Nah, but mammoth does feed large groups for a long time.
It does.
True, but I usually travel on my own.
My past groups were mostly on rations or foraging with that wagon over there.
Maybe if we ever make it up that far, I can take you on mammoth hunt.
Oh, that would be interesting. Oh, I want to do that.
It would be.
I've been up to Oreo once before.
I bet I could solo a mammoth.
It was a brief time. It wasn't the best time, but we got through it fine.
Well, if we happen to go there again, maybe I can serve as a guide.
Oh, please.
That'd be quite lovely.
The mountains were terrible.
Duh. Plus, I know where to stop to get supplies, I know what to hunt, I know where there is shelter, where there are tunnels. You know, it is much better when you are from there.
And we should carry on to our destination.
I was also going to remind the cleric that gentle repose exists too.
Oh, is that the one where I...
This keeps decomposition from happening for like 10 days.
Yeah, I did say Arcana. It may not have picked up.
It also can be cast by wizards. Little fact.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte got to learn something because not everyone has magic.
Rangers, ironically, do not get it.
Alrighty. One more day of travel. Should I be mean and just put you guys right outside the gate?
Yeah.
God.
Alright. Another successful night comes by as you push through the rest of some of these rations. You still have a little over a week's worth. I think it's about 8 days. And the wagon continues to move further in. And the massive lakes that are on either side of you span out for quite some distance, and you get a very good picturesque of the hillside areas as you see in the distance, mounted up atop one of the larger hills overlooking this massive lake, is the capital city of Alamance, Louvain. And you can also see, as you get closer, there is a great deal of travel coming and going. This is a very busy place. As your wagon approaches just on the cusp of dusk, the sun is settling down into the distance, and you enter into the massive gates of the capital city. At which point you realize that there is both natural torch organic lighting in addition to continual flame lit magic lights that are lit across the street. And you also do notice these soda lights as well. These neon type lights in designated a bit further into a particular district. Welcome everybody to your first capital city.
Oh, this is where that's from.
I love the little mouse couple on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gals being gals. Eee.
Yes, as you enter into the busy open district, you notice that there are just about every single species roaming through. You see your wolves, your canines. You also see ovines, equines, both horses and donkeys. Vulpins, latines, rabbits, squirrels, just about every single species is here. And they are all over the place. Everyone is either moving about. You also see some familiar, not faces, but you notice that the guards are easier to pick out, as you have already met one. The Louvanian Knights wearing a very similar bluish armor, as they not patrol the streets, but happen to be on certain corners, just kind of keeping the peace. But it is busy, and you very clearly notice as you were coming and going other delving crews that happen to be in the city. Some of their wagons stationed either off to the side for the night, as they've decided to hold up and just rest their feet for the evening. You are at a center point that allows you to get to just about any of the districts. And Vegas, would you, in particular, make me a history check?
Okay.
Because it has been a while since you've been here.
Yep.
It's pretty good. Let's see. What is your first inclination beyond your storied history league's contract, which can probably wait till the morning? Upon getting in, are you looking to maybe settle in for the night, or are you looking to hit up that Louvain nightlife?
I am gonna... Let's find, like, a place to park the wagons and, get rooms for the night. But yes, I'm going to be up late.
Get the rest of the crew broken in to this lifestyle.
I mean, folks are welcome to join me if they want.
How busy would you say this is compared to the Cosmog?
It's bumping.
Just as busy,
even
but a
at
different
night,
vibe, or-
it is very busy.
Yeah. Okay.
There's plenty of people moving around. There's enough people talking that you do kind of have to speak up a little bit louder to be heard.
It's like a busy market in the Cosmog rather than okay.
Yeah, and it's just like every street.
Bit busier than your average Orion Lodge.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
the capital. Capital C.
It
The
seems like the
Cosmog is a
nightlife
capital
here
city.
is very, very busy, even as it gets darker.
Okay. Looking to Vegas and kind of calling out a bit louder than. Wait, what is there to do at night? Isn't everything closing up? Or
Oh no, things are opening up all around.
Not just taverns?
No
Not just
curfew
taverns.
anymore.
I hate this.
Oh no, I'm being overstimulated.
sure, I'll come with you, Vegas. It sounds fun.
I want to go. I want to go.
All right.
Strange lights on too bright, there are too many people, it is too loud, I need quiet in room. Alone.
I don't know. I'm down for a party personally.
Well, if you need some quiet, you can find somewhere for us to stay the night. And we can go find something out about the nightlife here.
Ugh. Fine, give me stone.
I'll pass over the stone I'm carrying. So Vegas, you have a direct line to our bear.
Yep.
Nope, not that one. Alright. I will say that you are able to find a pretty quaint inn, one that's not as packed. And are able to.
Aspen's definitely asked a guard, like one of the nights for like the quietest inns, like on the edge of the city, away from all the hubbub and noise.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Good luck with that.
They kind of look at you for the moment as like, there's not that many quiet places at night. I mean, you could probably try to find one of the little more magic focused inns. They could probably have some silenced rooms where you can't hear outside, but they're probably going to be a bit more expensive.
That sounds worth every coin.
Okay. He takes for a second and he gives you a little map. You get a little map of the city. And he
Well, that is very helpful.
Yeah, he points you over closer towards what he is calling the fashion district. And you get directions for the Double Cat Inn. And is it just you getting the wagon stowed? Is everyone else like splitting off, or are you all grouped up still?
I'd imagine we'd help get the wagons put away at least.
Okay, just wanted to double check. So yeah, you managed to get over in that general direction, and as you're passing by through some of these areas, you see several different ornate looking shops in this district. they have sort of like an oriental aesthetic to them. A lot of the clothing on display it's interesting for certain. The fashion design is not what you would quite expect. A lot of the clothing seems to almost have a brethren undertone to it. A lot of the individuals you've seen so far who seem to be the ones most likely wearing these individual in clothing is Celerines or rabbits. But it seems to be a very popular fashion design in this district. It's a lot of bright colors and like hoodies over jackets and other sorts of like strange designs. You've all seen what the rabbit fashion wares looked like, have you?
I don't remember.
Let me see if I can grab an image. Might be one in here somewhere.
It's definitely on the Stellarin page. I think the Stellarin on the.
Well, I've got a picture here of the fashion district. I will drop it in Discord.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Where are species? Oh, that's not what I want to do.
Here you go. This rabbit is wearing this sort of stuff.
Oh my god.
There was that. There was another image that came to head, so let me see if I can find that one real quick. Actually, I think I have that one imported into the game. Maybe? Yeah, yes I do. It's a little cropped weird, but...
Unfortunately, Aspen is probably far too big to get an oversized hoodie.
He looks chill. He looks like a fun guy.
Yeah, you do.
There's no way Issa is going to fit into any of it either, as much as she's sorely tempted to just go, hey, got something in my side.
You act like this isn't a city full of tailors.
Right.
Yeah, but I'd have to interact with them for more than like 3 minutes. And...
I can just like go to one like, I have a friend who's this wide, and I'm like tracing invisible circles in the air.
Just stack Vanya on top of herself 12 times.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, you come across the aforementioned Double Cat Inn, and it does seem to be a little bit less busy over here. It's still... There's still noise, but it's not as bad as the Night District seems to be. You were able to find an area to hitch both the wagons and get the draft horses properly fed and taken care of for the night. And you head inside, and you see a sort of like a golden-looking equine who is situated not as like a bellhop, but like the curator behind the counter, ready to check people in, essentially. And he greets you all as you come in. Well, hello there! Welcome to the Double Cat. How many rooms are we getting tonight?
The hell? Well, I would like one room to myself. I was told you have silenced rooms.
Oh, you want specialty?
I want peace and quiet.
We'll see how quiet it gets, but it is a 20 gold upcharge for those rooms.
For how long?
For a night.
I step in front of Aspen and I flash my family symbol, which sits on the front of my hat. Surely we could work out a bit of an agreement here. That is a bit of a steep price.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Can I insight this whole thing as well?
Yeah, go ahead. Pretty good persuasion. He looks at your hat and like takes note of like the crest on it and such, and is like, "I'm sorry, I don't think I can do anything better."
20 gold upcharge, as in that is not even complete price
I'm sorry,
for a night.
I didn't hear what you said, Dante.
I asked him to say like 20 gold upcharge, so that's not even like the whole price.
20 gold is for the room. Yes, that is the whole price.
I think Aspen's just gonna turn to the rest of the group, just look at them all for a second, say, I'm taking wagon and sleeping outside of the city.
Fair enough.
I will look at the wagon, I will look at the horse. I need to better company than all of that outside.
Finding the inside of the wall is less safe. That's a first.
You should come with us. It'll be fun.
No,
Just
I
a
will
little
commit.
bit.
If I come with you, I will commit a crime.
Okay.
That is
Oh,
too
no.
much. Everything.
I know, isn't it great?
No.
How?
I tell you to loosen up a little, but I guess I can't stop you.
How do you loosen up when there are so many people to make you so tense? This is the most stressful place I have been, and I am including the dungeon.
I don't know. I
You
find
get
it quite
used to
easy.
it.
I mean, it's pretty peaceful here.
Everyone is talking all the time, and there are so many of them. This is not peace. I will take wagon. I will be outside of city. I have book to read.
Okay.
Alright. So how about the not quiet rooms?
It's just 2 gold for the night. For a single room.
Why are the quiet rooms so are they
Magic.
magic?
Magic, of course. Magic's expensive. In order to get a room like that to remain quiet, one has to repeatedly cast the spell within the area. It takes a year.
And if we were gonna say take the room for a few nights, would that affect the price any?
How many nights are we looking for?
Looks at Vegas. Smiles.
I really don't know. I mean, I don't know when the match is. I have to check in with the quartermaster tomorrow. It could be at least like 5 days.
Say 5 days?
Yeah.
Looks back to the horse.
Well, there's a lot of you, but if you're all getting settled in, for
Vegas bats his eyelashes at the horse.
It's just so we can get our friend to stay in the city. We would have other rooms, but with it being so long and all of us staying in your establishment, then maybe you could cut us a deal.
A discount, perhaps, yes.
How many of you need single rooms? I guess this is the real question.
Well, I'd be willing to pair up with Usky.
It's how we've been handling it.
I can share a room if need be.
Ask and
I can share.
I was just gonna pay 2 gold and be on with my life.
Yeah, we are putting an awful lot of thought into this.
It's a room, folks. It doesn't have to be that much of a process.
No, also, I want to go out.
But yes, but we're trying to make sure that everybody is in the city here.
I do not
I
mind
know.
wagon. I do not mind waiting outside. It is fine.
Fine. Alright.
Do what you want.
Plus, then we don't have to pay to keep the wagon stored. And
okay.
Just
Okay,
call
that's
us if
one.
anything happens.
Yeah.
So, how many rooms are we booking?
So how many people are...
Up to how many per room?
Fuck it. Give me a room. And Vegas puts 2 gold on the counter. If anybody wants to share, they can. Otherwise, I'm going to put my things down.
I'll be sharing with Usky.
It is 2 gold for a single room. You can possibly get 3 people in a room. Kind of like judging the height difference in sizes between everyone.
Oh god, we could just have our wagon. Well, we have our wagon groups and rooms, maybe. I don't know.
Works
Yeah,
for me.
just do that. That's easy enough.
Yes. Ski, Vanya, and Ignatius.
Well, I'm
In one
assuming
room.
Ignatius is getting his own room, so...
What the hell did you say that look, I'm step back from this while you guys figure out this little puzzle you've made of the
I don't want to figure it out. We're done.
Professor
We're
Layton
going to
music
sleep
playing.
I'm not using a damn hint coin. You guys got this, alright? I'm proud of you. Figure
I
it
want the
out.
full Pikarat value.
So 1 for Vegas, 1 for Ignatius, 1 for me and Usky, and then Charlotte and Set can share a room. Is that okay? Is everyone happy with that?
Fine by me.
So Charlotte,
Yes.
Eset, Vanya, Asky.
We figured it out. Yes.
All right.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
So
those
2 rooms for
All right.
2 people.
Yeah, those sharing room, just deduct 1 gold from your deposit. Those getting the single rooms, deduct 2 gold.
There you go. Done.
You really want to use this?
What?
You keep clicking stagecraft.
I didn't. I pressed enter when I fixed my gold amount. Did it cast that?
It did.
It did.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry. Yeah. I'll use that later. Don't worry about it. It's free.
It is a cantrip, normally only exclusive to bards.
Yeah. I'll go and put my stuff away, then come back down and wait for the people who are going out.
Yeah, coming down and waiting.
Yeah, just dropped off, came out and down.
All right.
Gonna get the wagon, get the horse, go back outside the city wall.
Dion was
Find the
like finished hitching up the Rio and watches you come out and unhitch the Rocksteady and is like, "Where are you going?"
Outside of this place.
Vegas
But
shouts,
why?
like as you're leaving, like, "Hey, it doesn't get any quieter during the day, you know."
Because it is quiet, it is busy, there are too many people, there is too much light, there is too much noise. I cannot take any of this. I need to be not here.
Oh. Okay.
I have never seen this many people.
Aren't you from Doria?
Not a big lodge.
Have you been to Jaegervolt?
Duh, but still, there's everyone in these streets, and there's the lights, and they make this noise, and then all the people are talking, and there is a different energy to these people, and it is too much.
Already. Guess just keep in touch with everybody.
I have stone.
All right.
I'd pat Aspen on the back, but I feel like he'd bite my hand off.
Maybe.
Well,
on a nice patch of grass outside the city walls where the noise isn't too bad.
You go outside again and find an area a little bit further down because there's still noise coming from like the entrance area. There's a lot of people talking as they're coming in and out.
Yeah.
So you manage to find an area where you're just at a far enough edge where once you're inside the wagon, it's nice and quiet.
Aspen's quest to avoid sensory overload.
Poor baby.
Like, Aspen's gonna make sure that the horse is comfortable and, still, like, tied, but, still hitched, but, got food and water. And,
Just opens the windows, let the horses stick their head in.
Yeah. Nice, maybe even set up a nice little campfire outside. Just chill.
Alright, Dion comes over to you, Vegas, and very roughly punches you in the shoulder.
I dodge it.
Make me acrobatics.
You know you're gonna fuck up and get punched in the face, right?
Yeah. No, I got this.
No!
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
I'm not even gonna make her roll. Yeah, you managed to completely just, like, spin and completely avoid the hit entirely. And you kind of just finish it off with a flourish.
Yeah, I pose on that shit.
Is that where stagecraft comes in?
No, not yet. That's just skill, baby.
And she just kind of, like, laughs loudly. Well, you look like you're already warmed up.
I was born ready. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this guy.
Well, how about we go hit up some bars?
Uh-huh.
I know just the place. And, she takes you off, and directs the rest of the group over towards the Night District. And, we're gonna call it early tonight.
Alright.
Lit.
Wow.
We will pick up in the chaos that is Louvain. Y'all excited for what kind of crazy nighttime shenanigans can happen?
I
have
can't
social
wait.
anxiety just looking at the picture of Louvain.
Right? I can't wait for Vanya to spend her first night in Louvain getting absolutely destroyed and
it'll be
waking
great.
up with the biggest hangover ever, yeah.
Jack on the club, what will she do?
Charlotte is going to go out. Like, it's just, she's never been here before.
Vegas will do what Vegas does best.
So, I need to bring something up concerning next week.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on it. My manager's... I basically told my manager I can't work, like, 6 and on. And she assigned me to that, and I told her, like, 2 days ago, I can't. And I'm trying to convince her, like, I can't. And she's trying to change it.
I feel like if you have like do you have like a set schedule time frame that you are set to normally work within?
Yeah.
Because like if they assign you outside that work frame, they couldn't technically make you work it.
Yeah, I mean, I've done Thursdays before, but, like, I've told them, like, I can't do Thursdays. and it's like I feel like every time I have a Thursday that works for me, that goes against me as I forget. I'm telling her like I can't make it till 6. I mean, I can't make it past 6, and I'm just gonna tell her that again and again, and we're gonna have to work something out, either close early or something.
Yeah,
So
we'll do pings because next week is probably Vecna.
yep.
It is.
So the 14th, and then if everything is okay, I'll do a ping, and we'll see if we're good to pick up on the 21st.
We might be lucky this year because 21st is a bit of a waste from Christmas, but I know family stuff happens like a week early.
Yeah, it is a Thursday, so it's a weird day.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like Thursday the 23rd, it may be harder for some people, but I'll be good.
This year I'm actually good. Otherwise, usually this close to Christmas, I go home to see family. Otherwise, I wouldn't. So this year I can, but next year probably not.
Yeah, I'll be seeing family on Christmas, but that's not until Christmas Day, so it's like whatever. Like this days before then.
Yeah, and my family doesn't care that I do D&D, so it should be fine. Like, it's literally not Christmas Day or Christmas Eve.
I don't have any obligations.
Alright. So I'll put the ping out closer to then. Probably about a week before. So maybe after the Vecna game. Just to see if like anything's come up since then. And then we
Feels
will
like a plan, yeah.
yeah, we'll go from there and we'll see how much gets done in the rest of this year.
Like to thank everyone for putting up with. I've been fighting a cold. It has been mostly cooperative this part, but also my Discord was kind of fuckered. I've been getting a lot of robotic, but I didn't want to talk about it because it was my end and it seemed nobody else's except the one time.
Yeah, my connection was surprisingly smooth this time, which is unusual.
Same for me.
Yeah, sometimes I'll get
under
like a
100.
blip, and sometimes like people talk, you'll drop off entirely, and I just hope like I wasn't specifically asked anything because that won't be disruptive.
I was also glad you all were talking amongst yourselves about the hunters, because I was like half building an encounter on the side. I was like, oh, yeah, just keep talking. Let me import some stuff real quick. You guys are gonna beat these people up.
You just like Vanya got a taste for blood from a non-quiet beast. She's about to go feral on some more people.
He said actually puts her money where her mouth is and doesn't make rash decisions based on her initial assumptions.
Right?
I just wanted to ask questions.
I just want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Loads shotgun with malicious intent.
Can you imagine asking?
And as it turns out, an encounter was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Aspen deserves a shotgun.
All right. I think we're good for now. Yeah, I get to spend time building up a whole bunch of encounters for the city.
Hell yeah. All right, see you around, everyone.
Yeah,
see ya.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, all you have a good one.
Later.
Good night, folks. Take care of yourselves.
Good night.
Good night.